There has been a ton of scam call centers in the many years of me doing this, and today I thought I would piece them together in this 2-hour-long video, starting off with destroying scammers with 10,000 viruses. This is a scam call center in India, and right now they're on the phone with an old lady trying to steal $10,000. But what they don't know is that I'm secretly in the background uploading 10,000 viruses to their computer. Well, because I'm thinking that I can destroy them. Do you think I can destroy your computer?
How?
How? Watch this. 3, 2, 1. Why are you covering the camera, buddy? Why are you covering the webcam? And this is one of 3 call centers that we attacked in this video with the sole purpose of saving people just like this lady, Rachel.
People been trying to call me. I'm gonna have a heart attack over this.
Don't say that, ma'am, please.
It basically starts with a fake email or phone call where they claim to be Amazon or McAfee, and they say there's a $200 charge on your account. But when the victims call back to dispute the charge, the scammers get access to their computer and have them enter the refund amount into a bogus form.
You need to type in over there 200.00.
Only while the victim thinks they're typing in the refund amount, the scammers secretly take control and change the amount to $20,000.
It says refund dramatically deposit $20,000.
Oh shit. Yeah, so it means that $20,000 has got deposited in your account.
Then they show her a completely spoofed banking page that makes it look like because of her mistake, she accidentally sent herself $20,000 instead of $200.
You can keep your money, which is $600. The remaining $19,400 you will have to send us back, okay?
How do I do that?
Now, at this point, she believes all of this is her fault, which is exactly what the scammers want her to think. And she's prepared to go to the bank and withdraw an extra $19,000 in cash, when in reality, it's $19,000 of her hard-earned money. And she's going to send it off in the mail to a heartless scammer. Of course, we always try to step in and stop the scam before it goes too far. Yeah, Rachel, I just wanted to call you to warn you you're being scammed. Those people, the ones that are telling you you have to get a refund, they're trying to scam you. They're not from the refund department.
It was a scam?
Yeah, it's a scam. It's all a scam. They're not from the McAfee department. Everything they told you was a lie. The banking page and everything. Do not withdraw $19,000 from the bank. It's a scam.
Oh, here's my granddaughter now.
Come on, get off the phone.
Here, talk to him.
Hello? You didn't give them their credit card information, your credit card stuff?
No.
Okay, no. She said no.
All right, perfect. Just get her to call the bank and make sure she doesn't answer any more phone calls.
Okay, yeah.
All right, bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.
Now, thankfully, we stopped that call in time and made sure Rachel didn't lose a single dollar, but saving one person wasn't enough. These scammers were playing dirty, and we wanted to avenge Rachel and pretty much everyone else they've already hurt. So it was at this point we knew that we wanted to destroy these scammers with 10,000 viruses. But first, we need to identify the target and its vulnerabilities to see if we can even get into the system. This usually involves us tricking, or rather social engineering our way inside the target's computer.
Just click cancel.
But why? I don't know if I need to click on yes or no, or cancel.
Just click, what do you see on your screen? Can you let me know
Yes,
that?
cancel, active, it's not working.
Now, while the scammer thinks he's connecting to me, I'm actually secretly in the background reversing the remote connection to the scammer's computer and gaining access to their CCTV security cameras. And once we gain control, it's as if we're the ones sitting at the computer. And since I have access to this computer, I can now scan all of the devices and spread my access from one computer to another. So now I can get a clear visual of what's really going on. But hacking one call center wasn't enough. So we repeated this attack 3 more times and infiltrated 2 other call centers located in the exact same city. As a matter of fact, they're actually located only a couple blocks away from each other. Of course, I also wanted to identify and give the police the evidence of the main culprits at the top of the chain, because we just infiltrated the lower level employees, basically the people who just take the calls and deal with victim related things, and I wanted to get access to the bosses. But that's when one day I noticed someone in a separate cabin in call center 1. This is Mr. Akshay, and he's the owner of Arvada Technologies or Max Web Solutions. Both of these call centers merged back in early 2025, and I've been tracking them ever since. They run their operation from the IFM Tower in Noida, just a few blocks away from the other call centers we're investigating in this video. So fast forward a few weeks, and Akshay made a really big mistake and connected his laptop into the office network. But what he didn't know is that just a few days earlier, I infected this network, and now I'm about to infect his computer. All right, so I'm gonna try to gain access to his computer right now, and hopefully he accepts this file. Okay, the payload got sent. There he is, there's his computer. He came online. There he is. Oh my God. Dude, we can see everything. Wait, I just got access to the phone systems. I was now able to see all of the phone systems, so it's possible to listen into all of their scam calls in real time. And forget listening to their scam calls, now I can literally download thousands of their previous calls.
Okay, let me tell you, ma'am, what's going on, okay? What exactly going on?
It's processing for $349.99 US.
Dude, here's the victim information, spreadsheets. Dude, all the finances, what the fuck? Yo, we got everything. Next, the data on the hard drives of his computer were super revealing. It showed the finances, bank accounts, and even screenshots of previous victim information. Now, this is useful to us because scammers really love anything that lets them take control over someone else's computer. And they used to abuse a specific remote access platform by the name of AnyDesk. But of course, AnyDesk doesn't tolerate any scamming or fraud on their platform. So instead of ignoring the problem, they've partnered up with people like me to stop the scammers from misusing their tool and hurting innocent people. They're actually one of the few, if not the only remote access company taking real action to shut down these scammers. Sure, now what's happening is there's a scammer that's literally taking control of a victim's computer with AnyDesk. And since AnyDesk is with us physically, we can literally stop the scam in real time. Shut them down, baby.
Okay, let's see.
All right, let's send this. All right,
Taking control.
Take a picture. Get it.
He really took control.
I moved it out. Wait, this is the scam call center. They use AnyDesk. They have used AnyDesk. Should we ban
Are
them?
they still using it?
Yeah,
now?
yeah, they're still using
fuck
AnyDesk,
that
actually.
shit. Give me 1 second.
Let's do it right now.
And it's done.
Let's go,
Go. Could not.
And just to recap, the scammers were in the middle of a scam phone call and they were about to steal the victim's money. But since AnyDesk was there to stop the scam, the victim didn't lose a single penny. So guys, seriously, please show AnyDesk some love. They're legitimately doing great work with us, and they're honestly taking a real stand against these scammers. Anyways, let's get back to the video and confront these scammers with a bunch of viruses. Okay, so the scam call centers we're exposing in this video are operating back in Noida. And coincidentally, while I was working on this video, I had 3 friends traveling around India, effectively doing a scam call center tour. Shout out to Knight from Scammer Payback, Sven from the YouTube channel How to Delete, and Midnight SB. They decided to start IRL streaming and even visited a call center we completely destroyed in a previous video.
Okay, we are actually going to a scam call center, which basically used to be here. If you go to Midnight Scambaits and if you check the first video, guys, so that'll be the video where we actually exposed that call center. And now we are here in the tower. See, yeah, so B919. Let's go, guys. Now, don't look at that. They have CCTVs. They're still there? No, it's only really fucked up this center. I mean, we shut it down. They're off. There's no one working. If you can see, there's no lights on. If they're working, the lights are always on. But they're off. It does mean that scam baiting is effective.
And like Sven said, those scammers shut down and obviously weren't working out of that office anymore. So scam baiting videos like this are effective. And yeah, sure, they could basically be in the office next door or something. But if our video caused them to relocate, reset all their computers and infrastructure, that costs them money and time. And those scammers were making hundreds of thousands of dollars. So if we stop them for even a few months, we're potentially saving a ton of victims. So when you put it like that, it's a win. I feel like I'm talking a lot and the video is getting kind of boring. So let's just destroy the scammers. Let's destroy all 3 call centers like the one you just saw. So for starters, we banned all 3 scam call centers on AnyDesk. Then I reported all of their websites and phone numbers. Next, I nuked their entire phone system. And finally, we decided to refund as many victims as possible. And so it was now time to destroy the scammers with a bunch of viruses. And shout out to my friend Mo, who put together this little package that basically downloads 10,000 viruses from a server in Mumbai straight to the scammer's computer. And with one command, I can nuke their entire PC. And after testing it, we wanted to run it on all 3 centers, but we ran into a little problem. So we've been watching the centers for a little while now. We were doing parallel investigations on other operations. But in that time frame, Maxwell Varvara or RJ Solutions removed 3 of their CCTV cameras from their DVR, leaving me with just this black and white distorted view of the office. But this doesn't matter since we can still see their computer screens and one of the scammers sitting right here on camera view number 3. So before they got rid of the last camera, I thought it would be a good idea to finally call them up and destroy their computers live on CCTV.
Thanks for calling
support.
Michael.
This side Michael.
Oh, hi Michael, how are you?
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm calling on behalf of my grandfather. He called the other day. Now I need to ask, okay, so who's your boss, Brother Printer or not?
Yes, Brother Printer.
Brother Printer, right. So is your computers like very secure? Your computer is very secure, right? Because I want to make sure you're securing my grandfather's computer.
Yes, sir. What happened, please?
I want to make sure, I have a question. Are your computers very secure? That's my question.
Why asking, sir? Please tell me.
Well, because I'm thinking that I can destroy them. Do you think I can destroy your computer?
How?
How? Watch this. Watch this. This is how I'm going to do it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom. Oh, what happened to your computer, sir? What happened to your computer? You just fucked your call center. Get fucked. I'm about to destroy your computer, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Thank you.
Why are you scamming people? He's unplugging the power cable. He just unplugged the power cable. You hearing audio? You hearing what they're saying? Huh? They're turning off the power. They're turning off the power. They're freaking out.
क्या कर रहे हो ये? अरे सर को दिख रहा था मैं। अरे बंद करो इन चीजों को। किस नंबर से कॉल आई थी? पता है कॉल कनेक्ट हो गया था। किसका? उसी का आज आने को कुछ 50,000 हटा दिया तो कॉल चल रही है? हाँ आज अपने वहाँ पे दिखाएंगे नहीं, कुछ नहीं दिखाएगा। कनेक्ट हो गया ना, तो पता नहीं पड़ेगा। बंद कर दे इस सिस्टम को। नेट डिस्कनेक्ट कर दे इस सिस्टम को। सिद्धार्थ के सिस्टम पे बैठ। इधर आ तू। तो सारा हुआ कैसे? ये वाले सिस्टम पे भेज पता नहीं। अगर सिस्टम बंद है तो हैक का कोई नहीं। आप इसका ध्यान करने का पीछे से वो निकाल दे। लैंडमार्क हटा दो।
And after we confronted call center 1, we decided to call and destroy call center 2. But wait, sir, I have a question. So I have a question for you. You think your computer is hacked, right?
Yeah. We are thinking that our computer is hacked.
You're thinking that your computer is hacked, right? Yes, so can I show you something?
Yeah.
Can I show you something?
Yes, please show.
Yeah, ready? I'm gonna destroy your computer right now. Is that okay?
How can you destroy
it?
How can you destroy
How
it?
can I destroy it? Hey, watch me do it. Ready? Well, let's see what happens in 3, 2, 1. What's happening to your computer, buddy?
Nothing. I cannot see anything.
Why are you going on mute, buddy? Why are you going on mute, pal?
Nothing. I'm listening to you.
Yeah, look what's happening to your computer. Look what's happening to your computer. Oh, number 2, bonsai, buddy. Let's get all the 10,000 pieces of malware. I'm gonna install 10,000 pieces of malware on your computer. Are you ready? Are you ready, sir? I'm gonna install 10,000 pieces of malware. You ready, sir? Why are you covering the camera, buddy? Why are you covering the webcam? This is a scam call center in Pakistan, and we're about to destroy these scammers with insane pranks live on CCTV. From prank calls, destroying their phone systems, to literally sending real-life rats into their call center, we managed to capture all of it live on camera. But to understand how I found and destroyed these scammers in the first place, we need to go back a couple of months. Now, I initially tried to call these scammers a little while ago, but unfortunately, I couldn't get a hold of them. This is a problem because if I can't get on the phone with them, I can't get access to their PCs to get all of their information. So we had to figure out a way around this. Now, something that we can do to solve this problem is to create a fake identity. And after a little while, we came up with Stephanie. Now, my plan was to use this fake identity to trick the scammers into giving me access to their computers. So we waited a few weeks until finally Stephanie, which is really just me, got a phone call.
Hey ma'am, my name is James. I'm calling you from your TV cable services. How are you doing today?
Now, this group of scammers are impersonating many of the popular TV providers.
I am from Spectrum. Spectrum, yes.
So their main pitch is that you haven't paid your cable TV bills, and it's pretty messed up because they'll threaten to cut off your entire service if you don't pay them in full right now.
You can wait for bill. I will cut off your connection right now. You can see that.
Oh, sweetheart, you better not do that. Stop it.
Right now, this scammer is trying to get me to pay for the stupid cable TV bill. But what he doesn't know is that I'm secretly in the background hacking into the call center's computer systems.
Oh, you don't need to be worried, honey. I will sue you because you will steal my money. You will steal my money. Okay? You know who I am?
Yeah, I know who you are.
Okay, I got it. I got it. Here we go. And just like that, within a few minutes, I'm now inside this scam call center. But of course, we want to get even more access. So shortly after I hacked their laptops, I very quickly scanned their local network and hacked into all of their CCTV cameras. So now we can watch all of their scams in real time.
And first of all, you just verify me where's the living address on the check. Can you just verify me the address?
7258. Go f yourself.
Go f yourself.
I bet you're...
Okay, so apparently this man right here is Jerry Williams, but his real name is Faizan. And this disgusting piece of shit's job is very simple. Take control of the call and steal all of your money.
I will be cut off your connection. Will be cut off your connection. I will do this right now.
We would have paid
I will
right
do
away.
this.
And the reason why I hate Jerry or Faizan, whatever the his name is, I hate him because he makes poor old ladies cry on the phone.
Listen, I lost my husband. I buried him last week.
Listen,
and now
listen.
I have to deal with
Listen to me.
This is not right.
Okay, can I ask, why are you crying?
Yeah, my husband died.
Oh no, honey, you don't cry, please. Please don't cry.
Yes, he died.
Okay.
Do you think? Well, do you think my life is empty
Okay,
now?
honey, I get it. Okay,
Really?
honey, I get
This
it.
is unbelievable that I have to deal with this now.
And now for this old lady to fix her TV, she would be willing to grab her checkbook and write out a check to what she thinks is the cable TV company, when in reality, it's a group of scammers in Pakistan trying to steal her money. And in the end, she's going to send a check in the mail to this horrible group of scammers. Now, after watching this, my team and I knew we had to do something. So we spent hours intercepting some of the calls. Hello, ma'am. Were you just on the phone with someone by any chance?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, I just wanted to call you to warn you that person, they're trying to scam you.
I just got out of the hospital, and I'm a little
Oh, I'm
shaky.
so sorry to hear that.
I had chest pains real bad, so I'm in bed constantly right now.
And now, hear what this poor victim says right here.
And that TV is important to me, you know. That's why I was going to do it.
Just don't write the check. You don't got to do any of that. These people are just trying to steal your money, okay? As you can see, this is really not a joke. These scammers are preying on people who really need their TVs. So now that we knew what we were up against, we decided that we not only had to destroy these scammers and make their lives hell, but we really wanted to know how much money these call centers were making, but more importantly, who is the mastermind behind this entire operation. While watching the CCTV cameras, we noticed someone who was walking around, watching over all the scammer's shoulders, closing final calls and deals. But what sold us was that he was always working separately from all of the other scammers. So we knew we had to target his laptop because that machine will have a ton of juicy information and evidence. But unfortunately, all of that info is securely stored on the boss's computer, so we can't get to it. Or can we? I suppose if you have access to the scammer's computers and network, you can just pivot your access to his computer, which is exactly what we did, and it's how we know these scam call centers are making $100,000 per month, and that's $1.2 million every single year. Wait. These guys are stealing $1 million every year? That's gotta be some crazy money for these scam bosses, no? Well, since I got access to the computer, I quickly figured out that the boss of this operation is Numan. He's definitely the boss and the one reaping most of the scam earnings from this call center. And for stealing so much money, he's gotta be one of the dumbest people I have ever seen. Yeah, I'm talking to you, buddy. Not only was he stupid enough to give me access to all of the computers and financial data in this call center, but he was also dumb enough to install CCTV cameras in all of the rooms. And I really do think the scam bosses of these call centers install CCTV cameras because there's really no honor amongst thieves. And ultimately, the bosses can't even trust the very people they employ to do the scam calls. But we basically got everything from this leak. All of the agents' names, spreadsheets of victims, the phone system. We can essentially see everything in real time as they are scamming people at that very moment. Now, to destroy the scammers, I needed to pull some basic information from one of their websites. So to disrupt this call center, our goal was to not only call these scammers and piss them off, like how we typically do it on my channel, but we're gonna go above and beyond by pranking this scam call center pretty much every way we can think of. Even if that means infiltrating their operation physically. And to infiltrate their operation, we needed to come up with a plan. And every plan has a target and a team. For the target, we gathered a bunch of incriminating evidence on this scam call center. Their company name is Digital IT Solutions, and they're located in Lahore, Pakistan, on the second floor of this little house. And like you saw in the beginning of this video, we basically infiltrated this entire scam operation. So with this inside access, we were able to obtain a bunch of evidence on them, and fast forward a few weeks, we hired 3 private investigator types to apply for jobs at this call center, and after a little while, we had them all in place. Now, they had to legitimately scam some people. We told them to note down the victim's information so we could reach out before any checks were sent out in the mail. But then 2 of the agents went against protocol and weren't stealthy enough. So the boss, Numan, became suspicious of them, and later that day, he brought them into his office for questioning. Now, thankfully, they knew how to lie and get themselves out of it, but after a few more days, the boss became increasingly more suspicious, and then he just fired them. So now we only have 1 insider, and basically 1 chance to pull this off. So now that we lost 2 of our investigators, we reiterated to the final agent to lay really low while we started executing some of the pranks. And what better way to start off some digital pranks than with some classic prank phone calls.
Hello.
Thank you for calling pizza. Takeout or delivery?
No, thank you.
You don't want pizza, ma'am? No, thank you. She goes, no, thank you. No, I don't want the pizza.
Hello.
Thank you for calling Pizza Hut. Ma'am, do you want the pizza or not? I don't understand. It's gonna take 30 minutes. Do you want the pizza or not?
No.
Why don't you want the pizza? Why don't you want the pizza?
Yes, sir, your last 2-month bill, including this month, your last 3-month bill, $499.91.
$499? You are f***ing me in the
Sir, your 3-month bill is still pending. Your last 2 months, including this month. So don't worry, your 3-month bill.
You are, ma'am. You are f***ing me in the ass. You have no idea.
Just shut up, okay?
You
shut up.
You shut the fuck. Now, we really wanted to disrupt them even more. So every time the scammers would try to use their keyboard and mouse, we would remotely block their input so they couldn't do anything, virtually making their mouse and keyboards useless. I don't know what's going on over here. They're trying to fix the PCs. I'm blocking their keyboard and mouse inputs, that's probably why. They literally don't know what's going on. They don't know why their PCs aren't working. She's trying to fucking figure it out. Like, unplug her keyboard, unplug it. I can prank them all day. She doesn't know if it's her mouse. She doesn't know what it is. She's like getting every single mouse in the call center. It's hilarious. Now, for this next prank, we were able to pitch the scammer's microphone really high up, effectively making them sound like a chipmunk.
So 0800 448. It doesn't stop then, does it? Is that a child? Hello?
Yes, is it okay now? Can you hear me now?
Well, what? Yes, you can tell me again. I can't hear what that person's saying.
No. Yeah. So right at the moment, sir, I'm saying. Yeah, what happened, sir? Did you hang up the call?
Are you calling from where?
Now, for this final prank, we wanted to run some annoying viruses on the scammer's computer, like Desktop Goose and You Are an Idiot. Oh, there it is. She's getting someone. Look, okay, we already got into the other ones. She's taking the call. Look, she's showing the dog. She's pointing at it. There it is. She's like looking at it. They're looking at it. She's so confused. I click yes. There it goes. You're an idiot.
You are an idiot.
They're all like, what's going on?
You are an idiot.
His whole call center's getting destroyed. Okay, let's run it on all their PCs. Okay, I'm just showing all their PCs now.
You are an idiot. ये दरवाजा है.
You are an idiot.
Room का door है.
Now their PCs are just getting destroyed with you are an idiot. So in all of these videos, obviously our intention is never to physically hurt anyone. Everything we do, whether it's digital pranks or messing with their phone systems, is just to disrupt the scammers so they stop taking away money from innocent, vulnerable people. And now while we were letting the digital pranks marinate, in the meantime, we instructed the other two investigators to go to a market to acquire some rats. Now, due to some logistical issues and the store owners being suspicious about what we were doing, the investigators were only able to walk out with just one singular rat. But don't worry, because as you will see in just a moment, one of these rats will make the scammers absolutely freak out. And honestly, this is probably a good time to tell you that Pakistan was actually a very beautiful place. And more importantly, the people of Pakistan were so kind and helpful, nothing like the scam call centers you see in these videos. Those call centers are a tiny minority, and most of the locals hate them just as much as we do. I mean, most people had hearts like our insiders, who practically made it their entire mission to destroy these scammers and shut down these call centers from the inside. And now that we were inside, things were getting dangerous. Two of our insiders had already been fired, and we were down to one agent inside of the call center. So if he got caught as well, we would lose our inside access, and basically this whole operation would have been a total blow. So finally, we decided we just had to go for it, and the best way to pull this off would be to wait for a day when the boss would not be able to stop him. So we mapped out the days the boss came in and out of the office, and finally the boss wasn't there, so we told him to sneak the rat into the call center before his shift started. And well, I'll let the footage speak for itself.
Oh yeah, hi. This is Sophia from your TV. How are you? क्या हुआ? Oh yeah, hi ma'am. This is Sophia from your TV table services. How are you? डोर कौन बंद करके आया? मैं करके आई खुद। तो ये कैसे आ गया? मुझे नहीं पता। तो वो कौन था जो भी आया? दो लड़के थे वो। किसी ने प्लान किया। मुझे बहुत डर है। ये सभी ले सकता है। यहाँ पे वो कोई जानने वाला। मेरे यहाँ किसी हमारे घर में वाले बच्चे ये खाली खाते नीचे वाले तो नॉर्मल है वो पानी नहीं निकला
And at this point, everyone starts freaking out in the call center, and it's just one big fiesta. Now, after the attack, our sleeper agent immediately ran out of the call center, where the other two investigators had a getaway car to get the heck out of there. In the end, the scammers were so scared from the rat, they all ran into the break room and refused to go back into the main call center to continue making scam calls. Now, at this point, the boss was pretty sure that they were under attack, but just to remove any sense of doubt, we decided to call the scammers by their real names a few days later. Hello, am I speaking to Miss Nita Rajput? Nita Rajput, why are you scamming people? She's not talking to me. Guys, I know you can hear me, you're just standing there all quiet. Bilal's wearing a blue shirt right now. You're standing there with your hand covering your face. Nida, I see you with your hand covering your face right now. Did you guys like the rat that was in your call center? Why are you guys just standing there inside? What? Bilal, don't turn off the computer, Bilal. What are you doing? Basically, after this, they called the boss and he instructed them to unplug the internet and turn off the CCTV cameras. So what did I do? Well, I decided to call the boss and confront him on his personal phone number.
Hello?
Hello, Numan?
Who are you?
I'm basically your worst nightmare, Numan. I'm pretty much investigating your call center for scamming people. And I know you guys are running these TV cable scams, right? And I'm going to expose you on my YouTube channel. Let's just have a conversation.
Who are you?
My name is NanoBaiter, and I'm making a video about your call center right now. So why are you scamming people? I just want to know, why are you running the scams?
This is not a scam.
It's not a scam? Calling people, telling them that you're making these victims cry, bro. You're making them cry. How dare you say it's not a scam when you're calling people, threatening old people?
Who are you?
I'm asking you a question. What makes you think it's okay to scam people? And you're saying it's not a scam. Don't play stupid, bro. It's not, I'm telling you now. I have all the answers to my own questions. Don't play stupid right now, Numan. Hung up. The video you are about to watch has already been taken down off of YouTube. Let me explain why. I posted the video back in March of 2023, and it gained around 2.9 million views before YouTube decided to take the whole thing down. Now, after re-editing the video a bit and removing some of the sensitive information, I thought it was right to republish this video for the whole world to see. Get ready, because we're about to expose and destroy this entire scam call center. Alright, so I found this scammy looking website right here by Googling for Microsoft's phone number. And this thing was the first result. And when I clicked on this website for the first time, I spotted something that would immediately help my investigation. But before we call this phone number, let's look at some real testimonials made by some customers. Very helpful and competent. Well, Susan, I'm gonna prove to you that these people aren't helpful and are completely incompetent. Let's take a look at this other one. The tech guy recovered my system and back up all my data on cloud. Alright, those reviews seem legit to me. Let's call that phone number and call this certified expert.
Yeah, let me tell you one thing. We received so many complaints about that messages. The message that pop up on the screen, it is not a good message. It's a scam message.
So after initiating the call with one of their support technicians, I told them I received a suspicious warning that looked like this.
What actually happened? You accidentally click on any link or any button, like any fake website you're going on there. So it installed a virus on your computer that allowed the hackers to show that number. If it tried to call on that number, they tried to connect your other devices in your home, like your cell phone, laptop, and other devices that is connected with the same internet.
So you might think he is a legitimate employee by telling me this fake pop-up message was a scam, but he actually took this as an opportunity to defraud me by falsely diagnosing the computer. And as a part of the scam, they'll have their victims install remote access software, and I could take advantage of this to reverse the connection and gain access to their computers. And just like that, I'm now in the scammer's computer. I can see the person that was just trying to scam me. And let's see if he has anything interesting on his network. Right about now is when I found the set of CCTV security cameras. I tried to access them, but I could not manage to guess the password, so I had to social engineer someone into changing the password for me. The first thing I did once I got into the CCTV was mapping out all the cameras and essentially creating a virtual minimap of this call center. The CCTV captured the front entrance of the call center, including the main room where all the scams took place. The CCTV was also installed in a tiny kitchen, a cafeteria, and some external offices that the scammers never really used. I many times spotted the scammers eating, socializing, and unfortunately scamming innocent people.
And 29 soft spyware were detected here.
Oh.
42 threats and malware. Your IP address, is infected, as I showed you. Trojan spyware. Like this is a kind of malicious software, man. And system protection not working, that means your firewall.
Jesus.
That woman that you just heard a second ago called the phone number that was on the fake website. One of the agents in this scam call center picked up the phone, and now they are trying to scam her out of $400.
Yeah, and that cybersecurity is a Windows recommend cybersecurity, means because Windows or Microsoft is not dealing with any kind of cybersecurity. That's why I'm going to show you the Windows recommend cybersecurity.
Of course, I don't want this person to pay their hard-earned money to the scammer, so it's now time for me to step in and warn this lady about the scam.
Hello.
Hi, ma'am. I wanted to tell you the person you were just speaking with, they weren't from like Microsoft or any of those companies. They were actually scammers trying to scam you.
Well, I've had scammers all day long, it seems like.
Right, yeah, I just deal with online telephone fraud. Like, I don't want your name. I don't want to connect to your computer. Like, I'm not from Microsoft. I just want to tell you, like, all those Indian people, all those people you've been speaking to, they're trying to take your money. Yeah, they're all trying to take your money.
I know.
Yeah, like,
And he wanted $200 or $400. I said, absolutely not.
Thankfully, I was able to call that lady before she got scammed, but there were many more people who had previously been scammed before I had a chance to intervene. This was evident from the computer access that I had gained earlier. I could see that victims were initiating the direct debit payment on WereDot's official website. I additionally recorded these scammers successfully stealing 10 Apple gift cards, totaling an amount of $1,000. After I saw this, I knew I had to do something about this scam operation and expose it to the world. So here is a backstory of how they operate. Now, WereDot's agents are trained to make a sale, but they won't try to sell you the cheap plan for fixing the so-called computer issue. Instead, they will try to sell you the most expensive plan, WereDot Ultimate. Now, unlike other scammers, WereDot actually installs something on their victims' computers, and it's their very own antivirus. Yes, this group has their own AV, and I don't know the origin of how WereDot was intended to be created at first. Maybe they started off as a legitimate company trying to make an honest dollar, and then realized they can just scam people into buying their antivirus. Or maybe they were scammers from the beginning and knew that this entire scheme of tricking people into thinking that they need to buy the WereDot antivirus was just too good. Whatever the case may be, I don't have the facts of what has happened in the past, but what I do know is WereDot has been a shady company for a couple of years now. See, if I want to prove WereDot is scamming people, maybe it's a good tactic to just call them. So I decided to challenge the agent that we saw previously, Karan, to hear what he has to say when I ask him about his company and its association with Microsoft.
How do you call us? I didn't call you.
I know you're a scammer though. I know you're pretending to be from Microsoft. Why are you pretending to be from Microsoft?
No, we don't. We do provide support for Microsoft.
No, you don't provide
but we
any
are not
support.
The real one.
No, you're not the real Microsoft?
No, we are not the real one. We do provide support.
Oh, you're the
for
fake
it.
Microsoft, right? You're the fake Microsoft. You're not really
No,
Microsoft.
Yeah.
So where are you calling me from? Where are you calling me from if you're from Microsoft? Where are you calling me from, sir? Where are you calling me from?
I didn't tell you. I said that we do provide support for Microsoft.
What does that even mean? Who are you? So who are you? What is your company? Who are you?
Tech support. We are technical
That's
support
not a company. Who the are you? That doesn't tell me. Listen to me now. I know you're a scammer. Don't try to play games with me. Okay, well, Karan didn't fumble the script. He's a true employee to the WereDot team. You hear that, Mr. Rakesh? Bump this guy up to Scammer of the Month already. He deserves it. But on a real note, let's talk more about WereDot's garbage software. WereDot also claims they offer quote-unquote rescue recovery software, but that's just a fancy way of saying they do recovery services. In reality, the real account recovery process is very different. Victims will call a number on the fake website with the intention of speaking to someone from Microsoft, but instead, they will be speaking to someone from WereDot. If the victim actually believes they are speaking to Microsoft, they will usually ask if it's possible to recover access to an email or a Microsoft account. The agent from WereDot will insist that this is indeed possible, but they will then convince the victim that someone has hacked into the account, and this is the reason as to why they cannot access it. Obviously, this isn't true, and they will use the entire situation as an opportunity to make a sale. The scammer's only realistic capability and option is to reset the password to the account, but instead of guiding the victim onto how to reset the password themselves, the scammers will instead ask their victim for their email so they can just initiate the forgot password request for them. The victim will then receive a one-time PIN to their phone with a message that specifically says to never share the code. The scammers will obviously ask for that code, and if the victim disregards the message and gives out the one-time PIN, the scammers will have successfully reversed access into the account. Once the agent that's resetting the password gains access to the account, it becomes a lot easier to convince the victim that they truly are from Microsoft. For example, if you have a certain subscription or payment method linked with the account, it will use that information to further convince you that they really are from Microsoft.
Continuously, he's using your email from last 3 days here. He's trying to get access of your PayPal account. Do you have the PayPal also? He's trying to get access of that also, because email is the thing which is connected to all of your accounts. That's the thing.
Now, all of this is of course one big lie, and the scammers just want to take advantage of someone who doesn't know how to reset their own password. They are essentially making the victim pay for a whole process that could have been done for free. Where.dot does actually offer a piece of software for data recovery, but it's about as useless as their antivirus. It's called Rescue Data. I downloaded the program onto my computer, and when I tried to select a directory on my computer to start the recovery process, I kept on receiving prompts like this. I thought maybe since I was using an outdated operating system, the program was just maybe not compatible or even capable of running on Windows 8. So I decided to give Where.dot the benefit of the doubt, and I booted up an entirely new virtual machine, Windows 10 of course, and I decided to download and run the program like I did previously, and what do you know? It still didn't work. And every time I would click around on this software, it would bring up the Where.dot page to purchase licensing for Rescue Data for the application that doesn't even work. So let's just throw that thing in the trash and never install that piece of junk ever again. The people that are behind this entire Where.dot antivirus scheme is pretty much a company by the name of Minds Insider Private Limited. And this would turn out to be the real Indian company. When looking at public records of who owns this business, we are met with two names, Ganesh Biswa and Sanjeev. These are the two directors of Minds Insider Private Limited, and there are two other companies that are involved as well, Minds Insider and Minds Insider. And I'm keeping this censored out, not because I want to protect the scammers, but it's rather done just to protect this YouTube channel. So for that exact reason, I'll be focusing on the people that are sitting in the call center in India, as they are the individuals running the main scams anyway. And while looking through all the data that I had downloaded, it was obvious that this group had a ton of victim information and data. Scammers get access to this type of data thanks to data brokers who collect your information and sell it. Data brokers selling information is vital to the operations of scam call centers, just like the one you see right here. But how do you solve this? Well, you have to search for data brokers on Google to see who has your information and manually submit opt-out requests for every single one. Data brokers are legally required to remove your information if you request an opt-out, but this is incredibly time-consuming, and data brokers do not make it easy by design. So why would a scam call center have CCTV security cameras? Well, obviously it's stupid to be documenting your fraud live on camera, but the real reason I think they installed the cameras was for quality assurance. This is the CCTV camera view to the quality assurance manager's room, and the person that mainly occupies this room is Rakesh Kumar. This is the office where they train all the agents on how to scam people, and I wasn't really able to hear the audio through the cameras, so I had to hack Rakesh's computer directly. I simply waited for him to come into the office, watched him log onto the computer and connect to the hijacked internet that I had access to, and then I was able to pivot to his computer directly. On his computer alone, I downloaded a ton of files, but the main thing I wanted to use his computer for was a room bug. I was able to listen into hundreds of conversations made by the scammers, including segments of their training process.
This is Jose. This name is Jose. Okay, so you'll get very frequently this name. The second one is Michelle. Yeah, this is Michelle. So what is it? Again, it's Jose.
The reason I had some of these faces blurred is because some of them didn't actually receive the scam job and rather just went through the training process. Since these scammers are in New Delhi, it would be hard for me to work with the police over there to shut down a massive scam call center that has existed for over 3 years. So it is up to me to do as much damage as possible and absolutely destroy this entire scam call center. The first thing I did was report all of Where.dot's social media, their Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn profiles. I mean, they're trying to look so legit, they even have their own YouTube channel. The next thing we did was report all of the scammers' phone numbers, resulting in some of them actually getting shut down. And yes, they can just get a new phone number, but we constantly kept on reporting them. Finally, I sent a message to my friend Matt, who works for the company AnyDesk, and he responded within a couple of seconds, and after a little while, the whole entire scam call center was offline and permanently got banned from using AnyDesk. Next, it was time for me to delete all of the remote access they have to their victims, but before doing so, I decided it would be good to route the scammers their call to me so I can make their 8-hour shift even worse than it already was.
Thank you for holding the line, sir. This is Frank from the security department.
My name is Steven. What is your name?
My name is Frank. How may I help you?
Oh, Frankie, how are you doing? Listen to me, the computer's going beep, 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 beep.
What kind of beep, sir?
Wait, don't laugh. Put the headset back on. Put the headset back on. Put the headset back on. No, no, no. Hey.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's making a beep, 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 beep. What is it doing? On the computer. On the computer. On the on the computer. Yeah. Wait, what is your name?
What you are doing?
No, what are you doing? Are you trying to? Are you trying to act over smart? Don't act over smart. Don't act over smart with me. Don't play smart.
You are overacting now.
No, you.
You are.
You are. You are.
No, you.
Don't try to play bang.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up, you.
Shut up.
Shut up. You.
My name is Peter. How can I help you?
You little. Shut up. Yeah, shut up, little scamming little. Yeah, stop pretending that you can't hear me. Shut the up, you little. Listen to me now.
Oh, I know that's you.
Yeah, I know that's you too. I know you've heard me before. Listen to me now.
What's your name?
Listen to me now. Listen to me now, you. What is your name?
What's your name?
What's your real name? Listen to me now.
All right. My name is hold on, let me think about it.
Yeah, think of a fake name. Think of the fake name. I already know it.
Yeah. I'm thinking it.
I already know the real
name. My name is Bill Gates.
Yeah, why are you scamming people, bro?
We don't scamming anything.
Oh,
here.
yeah? So then so where are you calling me from? Where is the location of where you're calling me from? Sir, what are you doing?
California.
California? So what's the time in California, sir?
In California, there's 2:35.
Oh, where'd you have to go look for that, though? What's it called? Did you... Like...
I think it's 2:35 there.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, it is? Okay. So can you say... where are you in California? Because that's pretty large, you know. I have some friends in California. So where do you live in California?
We are not authorized to tell you every information.
What? But if I'm supposed to tell you all of my information, why can't I know one thing about you? You don't even tell me your real name. You told me you're Bill Gates. How do I not know you're not a scammer, you scammer? Listen to me now. I am your father, Beta.
Thank you for calling Windows Support. My name is Steve. How can I assist you?
Thank you for calling. My name is Alex. I'm calling you from Microsoft. Hello?
Okay.
Yes. Thank you. I'm trying to warn you, sir. The computer in your office is very infected. So what you need to do is get connected to the secure Microsoft. Thank you. I'm calling you from Microsoft. I know you have problems with your computer, sir. The infection in the computer is very deep. And I'm calling you from your computer maintenance security, sir. So what you need to do is just turn on the computer, okay?
May I know your concern?
No, may I know your concern? Don't try to play over smart with me. Don't try. Don't try.
You are calling here.
No, you are calling me. Listen to me, Barry Bankelori.
Why I will call you.
No, Chutia, listen to me now. I'm your father, Beta. You listen to me, Beta. After trying to annoy the scammers and break their spirit, it was now finally time for them to say goodbye to all of the remote access to their victims. And why does this matter so much? Well, these scammers mainly rely on using remote access tools to truly convince the victim that they have been hacked. Deleting and reporting the scammers' accounts and IDs helps the people that are being spied on every day, and it prevents future people from being a potential victim of Where.scam. In case it wasn't clear enough, I label Where. as a scam because if you call the number on the fake website, they won't pick up as Where. They will instead lie and say they are from Microsoft.
Thank you for calling support. My name is Arthur. How can I help you today?
Hello, this is Microsoft, right?
Yeah, sir, you are talking to Microsoft Windows Support. How may I help you?
Oh, so you're from Microsoft? Your company is Microsoft?
Yeah, sir, you are talking to Microsoft Windows Support.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Yeah. I gathered enough evidence of Where.'s fraudulent scheme, the websites, the fake recovery process, the antivirus, and the fact that they literally impersonate Microsoft. So it was now time for my team and I to send an email to Microsoft themselves to finally destroy Where.'s reputation. We included details of how the scams work, linked to the fake Microsoft websites, and we actually ended up receiving a response from Microsoft. The person we were speaking with over email told us that they're going to take action against WearDot by blocking the fake websites and taking down their cloud-based infrastructure. Now, this is the most that I can do from my end. I will be making a part 2 exposing this call center even more, showing off the final destruction of WearDot. Let's just hope someone from the New Delhi Police Force sees these videos and decides to take action. This is a scam call center in Pakistan that we've been tracking for over 5 months. And they don't realize it yet, but we're about to destroy their computers with a bunch of dangerous viruses live on CCTV. I hacked your call center, and now I'm about to destroy your computer. Yeah, I'm talking to you. How am I talking to you? Because you're a little...
Destroy my computer. How are you gonna do that?
Oh, you want me to destroy your computer, buddy? Okay, ready?
Yes, do that right now if you can.
Okay, here we go.
I'm ready.
But how did we destroy these scammers? Well, to gain access to this call center, first you need to understand how their operation works. And for us, we wanted to go after this call center with the sole purpose of saving people just like this victim, Sophia.
I'm still waiting on the senior discount. I went in person into a AT&T store with my photo ID, and I'm still waiting on my senior discount.
The scam basically starts with a fraudulent phone call from the scammers claiming to be from a legitimate company like T-Mobile or AT&T.
Hi, this is Max from AT&T. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I am pretty good. Thanks for asking. It's a feedback call. Are you satisfied with the services of AT&T?
Once the scammer has the victim on the phone, they will try to gain access to their account by selecting the forgot password option on the official AT&T website. This will send the account holder, or in this case Sophia, a text message with a one-time PIN that looks like this. If Sophia reads out the code to the scammer, she is now about to lose access to her entire AT&T account.
I'm just going to send you a one-time discounted code like the validation code on this number. So you can look up on your text messages. Whenever you receive that, just verify me that.
Oh no, it's 991792.
Okay, I go there. It's like 991792. So just give me a second here. Let me validate in my system.
Yes.
And after the discounts will be applied to your account, you also receive the confirmation mails from the AT&T side for the activation of the discount.
Then the scammer will use the victim's own account to order the most expensive iPhone on the market, which on average is around $800. And these scammers do this trick on tons of people every single day. So if they scam 50 people, that's around $40,000 in just one day. Of course, if we see someone getting scammed, we like to stop them from losing any money.
Hello?
Hello, is this...
Yes, speaking.
Hi, yeah, I just wanted to call you to warn you that that person was actually trying to scam you out of your money.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I deal with online telephone fraud. I saw you on the phone with him, so I just wanted to make sure you weren't gonna pay him money.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, just if they try to call you back, you can just be like, I know it's a scam. Don't call me anymore, or just block their phone number. Okay, but in the future, if someone tells you to do the quick assist or remote into the computer, that should be your first red flag. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
No problem. You have a good day, okay?
Okay, you too. Okay,
bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Now, thankfully, we stopped that call in time and made sure Sophia didn't lose a single penny, but these scammers were clearly trying to play dirty, and we wanted to avenge Sophia and everyone else they've already hurt. And it was at this point we decided that the best way we could destroy these scammers was by destroying their computers with a bunch of viruses. So to do that, we first needed to identify the target and its vulnerabilities to see if we can even get access into the system in the first place. This usually involves us tricking, or rather social engineering our way inside the target's computer. What's your name again?
My name is Max and I'm from AT&T.
Why does your number show up differently?
Basically, there's a system generated number. I will provide you my direct line department number of the promotional department, so you can directly contact me on that number.
Alright, and what's system connected already, or? Now, when the scammer thinks he's connecting to me, I'm secretly reversing the remote connection to the scammer's computer and quietly deploying malware on their device. This malware opens up a huge list of important assets, like gaining info on the center and being able to access the files on those computers that we realistically shouldn't have. All right, so we downloaded all of their computer files. Here we got photos of the scammers. That's nice. Rashid. We got all the scammers. Looks like they're also Rick and Morty fans. That's hilarious. So now that we have access, it will make our lives
lives 1,000,000 times easier when we try to install viruses on their computers. Another cool benefit of this is the fact that we can now scan all devices here and spread my access from one computer to another, and even gain access to their internal CCTV cameras. So now we can get a really clear visual of what's going on inside this center. Dang, this center is massive. See all the different rooms, outside cameras. You can even see all the cars driving by. This game looks like it's getting pretty intense over here, huh? Look at all these guys gathered around. Dude, this center is huge. Of course, I wanted to identify the main culprits at the top of the chain because we just infiltrated the lower level employees who basically just take the calls. But that's when I noticed a new computer on the network with the name admin. I pivoted my access to this newly found machine and I could see the computer screen, and it was immediately apparent that this was the boss's computer. I was incredibly lucky and I was capable of downloading all of his files. I downloaded salary slips, ID cards, and even recordings of all of their scams. Next, the data on the hard drives of his computer was super revealing. It showed the finances, bank accounts, and even screenshots of a ton of previous victim information. Now, to destroy the scammers, I needed to pull some basic information from one of their websites. But from my previous experience, I know that as soon as I click on the site, these scammers will not only capture my IP address, but they'll get key pieces of data like device information, browser information, and like I just mentioned, my IP address. So we wanted to destroy these scammers, but since they are located in Lahore, Pakistan, it would be incredibly difficult to get the police to do something about it. So we had to take matters into our own hands. And I think it's time to cause some disruption to these scammers to make sure they stop stealing money from innocent people, at least for a few weeks. I reached out to one of my friends in Pakistan to come up with a good prank, and a lot of things come to mind, but of course, just like all of our other videos, we don't want to physically hurt the scammers. So we thought it would be a good idea to dump a bunch of paint on the scammers to create an excruciating cleaning task. Then while this would be happening, it would be the perfect time for us to destroy their phone systems and computers by executing some dangerous viruses on their machines. So now it was time to destroy these scammers and give them a taste of their own medicine. Hey Mike, you're a little bitch.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Oh, shut up. Who are you?
You shut the fuck up.
You?
You shut the fuck up, buddy. Why you scam?
Shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up.
No, you shut the fuck up. Why?
The scammer.
No, you're the scammer, you little bitch. Why are you scamming people? Why are you talking in Urdu, buddy? I know you're in Pakistan. Hey NTIT Solutions. Talk to me, you little bitch.
Hey, motherfucker.
What's up, you fucker? Why are you scamming? No, yeah, buddy. Do you want to tell me why you're scamming people? Do you want to tell me? Wait, bro. I hacked your call center, and now I'm about to destroy your computer. Yeah, I'm talking to you. How am I talking to you? Because you're a little...
Destroy my computer. How are you gonna do that?
Oh, you want me to destroy your computer, buddy? Okay, ready?
Yes, do that right now if you can.
Okay, here we go.
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. Let's destroy your computer.
Why you want to destroy my computer?
Because you're scamming innocent people.
Why you want to destroy my computer?
Because you're scamming innocent people. That's
We're not scamming, okay? We're not scamming.
Oh, yeah? You're not scamming?
You're a fucking idiot, you buddy. You're just a fucking idiot.
I'm the idiot?
Yes.
Take off the tape off the camera. I want you to take the tape off the camera. You have a chota,
You're a little
beta,
crook
beta,
or nothing,
beta,
you know?
choop choop beta.
You can destroy my... You can destroy my
Beta.
TV. You can destroy my computer right now.
Oh, yeah, you want me to? First, I'm gonna close your dialer. You see that? Then, I'm gonna install a virus.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck now, huh? Oh, you're turning off your computer, huh? You turned it off. Yeah, what's up, Chand? How are you?
I'm fine. Bro, what is your YouTube channel name?
It's NanoBaiter, bro.
Nano?
Yeah, Nano. Yeah, you see my channel
Nano
before?
for me, please. Yes, I'm looking for
Yeah,
your
don't worry.
channel.
Here, I'll type on your computer. I'll type it out for you.
So,
Okay,
why are you
type it out
scamming
for me.
people? No
I'm not
problem. But what do you think is so funny? Did you guys like the paint when I put the paint all over your call center? I'm trying to destroy your call center so you guys stop scamming people. So here's my channel. You've seen it before?
Okay, we will stop that, okay?
You're gonna stop scamming people? Yeah, you guys are gonna be on the
Just
next
for
video.
you.
So what do you
You.
think, Chand? What do you think about the call center? You guys scamming people? You think it's okay to scam people?
I think so.
Why? What makes it okay? You see the video? You see the videos, right?
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. Of course, I can see you. You're in the office of KNT IT Solutions in Lahore, Pakistan.
Okay, okay. In Lahore, Pakistan?
Hey, you want me to show you something real quick? Can I show you a video real quick, sir? Watch this
Sure.
video with me. It's a funny video. Are you watching? What's so funny? What's so funny? Look at all the paint, bro.
Paint वाली video निकाल दी यार उसने.
Yeah, that's right. Well, because I hacked your guys' WhatsApp and stuff. Wait, don't turn off the computer, bro. No, why would you turn off the computer, bro? This scammer boss is peacefully playing games on his iPhone. But in a few minutes, you're going to see how he reacts when I hack his computer, open his webcam, and call him by his real name.
I'm going to send the FBI to your office. You guys know the FBI? I
Alright, so I'm going to show you how I tracked down and located these scammers. I was digging around for scammer phone numbers when I stumbled across an advertised list of fake printer support websites. At first glance, these sites look pretty harmless, but like I have covered before, it's a big scheme to get you to pay for useless drivers or firewall security. Most of the time, your printer is going to be made by a different manufacturer than the computer, so you need to install something what's known as a driver. It's what the computer needs to talk to the printer. And a lot of people don't know how to install these drivers, so they might go on Google and search something up like HP printer driver download or HP support help, but instead of coming across any legitimate websites, they will instead be greeted by those fake sponsored scam links that I showed you previously. Now on this website, the victim is given multiple options of download. I'm using a HP printer, so I go ahead and click start now for that option. From here, I'm redirected to a new page where I need to enter my printer's model number. Once those details are filled in and you click on next, the so-called download process will now begin. Here we can see a fake looking progress bar, and after it loads, it gives me the exact same error message every single time. It reads setup failed, HP printer driver installation has failed, error code HPU 9021 GT. Contact HP chat support to resolve this problem, with a new option on the bottom right of the page to join the support chat. As soon as I join the chat, the scammers will ask me for my name and phone number for a callback to my cell phone. So once they get me on the phone, they will ask me to install remote access software for them to fix the issue. And I do the one thing that you are never supposed to do. I let them gain the remote access to my fake virtual computer, but while they attempt to connect to me, I am actually reversing the connection back to them, which gives me full access to their computer.
Number of events are 2,277. That means this is the time any process that is running either stopped or encountered an error.
All right, so this is stopping the drivers from working.
Right. That might be the reason why the drivers, when you're trying to install the drivers, that's getting failed.
So right now the scammer is currently connected to my computer, but I've actually reversed the connection back to his, and I'm watching his computer screen as he attempts to run the scam.
So this needs to be cleaned, and you require an antivirus, because I have checked you're not using any antivirus.
The scammer attempts to convince me that there are problems with the computer by showing me errors and warnings and a ton of non-existent issues. Of course, he is showing me all of these problems so he can pitch me one of their fake bogus support plans.
And for 5 years, it will cost you, it's a one-time fee, that too, it will be charged once the work is done, your printer starts working, not before that. So
Okay.
This is the price. For 3 years, it will be approximately $200 one-time charge, and for 5 years, it will be $250 one-time charge.
And I'm talking to HP, right? Like your company is
Right.
HP?
Right, we are from HP support.
So you're telling me if I spend $199 for 3 years, I can get the premium antivirus? Well, and you're also telling me if I spend $250, I get it for 5 years.
Right.
I don't know. This is starting to sound... I don't know if I can afford this, and it's starting to sound a little bit Like a scam. Like, where are you calling me from? So while I was on that phone call, I was silently taking a look into his computer, and that's when I noticed a built-in webcam. When I opened this live webcam feed, the first thing I saw was someone sleeping on the bottom right, probably the guy I was just talking to. But if you notice the wall fan right above him, this really blurry shadow caught my eye. I thought to myself, what if that's a CCTV camera? So I immediately started scanning their local network, and on this network, I found a digital video recording system with 10 CCTV security cameras. Gaining access to these cameras gave me a glimpse into what these scammers are up to in their day-to-day lives. I spotted the scammers eating, sleeping, dancing, and of course, scamming innocent elderly people. At first, I only managed to access one machine in this call center and just breach their CCTV security cameras, but I had to figure out the best way to prove that these people are guaranteed scammers. The cameras let me see everything, but they didn't have a built-in microphone, and even if it did have a built-in microphone, it would be way too chaotic and hectic for me to record any scams. Luckily for me, the scammers had call recording enabled on their phone system, but even better yet, they were dumb enough to remotely access each other's computers, even though they were only sitting a couple feet away from each other. So all I had to do now was wait for one of these scammers to remotely access one of their colleagues' machines, and I would simply replace their remote connection with my own. This would allow me to pivot my access in and around the call center, and of course, with this inside access, I am capable of tapping into all of their fraudulent phone calls.
Right, and wait, please do not click anything else.
Okay, now it's got a window that says, do you want to allow this app to make changes?
The name of this victim is He is about to follow these strangers' instructions and install a remote access tool on his computer. This will allow the scammers to graphically see his computer screen and gain full remote control to his keyboard and mouse.
Yep, I see it.
Right, see join. Click on join.
Okay, I did.
Thank you very much, sir. Now you don't need to do anything. Just be with me over the call. I'll go ahead and take a look and I'll fix that here printer, right?
Now the scammer will start his fake diagnosis.
So that is something, right, obviously. I'll diagnose this, even I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll show you on your computer screen and I will find out with Google like what is this, and you will have some detailed information about this Trojan, right?
The scammer will claim the computer has errors and warnings, and even show the active services on the victim's device.
Right, and see below, if I'm just checking, some of your Microsoft services is stopped. They are supposed to be running, right? See, I'm scrolling all of them. Many of them are stopped.
Yeah, it's jumping back and forth.
At this point, I've seen enough, and I think it's now time for me to step in and warn this person about the scam.
Hello.
Hi,
I'm here.
Is this Mr.
Yep. Why?
Hi, I just wanted to warn you, the person that's telling you you have like Trojans on your computer is actually a scammer. He's trying to scam you out of your money.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I monitor online telephone fraud. So what you should do is just turn off your laptop if you know how to do it.
Just turn it off?
Yeah, I just hold down the power button because
the laptop or shut the laptop off.
Luckily, I managed to save this person just in time, but unfortunately, there were a lot of other people who had previously been scammed before I had a chance to intervene. I was just talking about the amount of money that these scammers steal per victim, and most of that information came from the employees' computers. The first thing I usually like to do is take a look at all of the files on the scammers' computers. Of course, the main thing I'm looking for is any personal information that could help me identify the scammers. But this didn't exactly pan out. Their computers were mostly filled with scam-related documents and didn't really contain any personal information that would reveal their true identity. But while I was watching camera 8, which basically had an outside view of the hallway leading up to the door of the call center, I noticed a company name on the door, Digital Edge Institute. This is a fully legitimate company that offers digital marketing courses in Noida, India. If I look at public registrations of who owns this business, we can see two names, Pankaj and Awadesh. I did a quick Google search of these two names next to the company name, and I immediately found both of their LinkedIn profiles, one for Pankaj and one for Awadesh, both of them labeling themselves as co-founders of Digital Edge Institute. and it only took me a couple of seconds of looking at the profile pictures to recognize them. Here is Awadesh. I usually see him watching over the employees and conducting private meetings in his personal cabin. Just by watching the cameras, I could sort of tell he was the boss, as everyone would stand up and get out of his way like he was some sort of Indian prince. He was the main person speaking in those private meetings, and also the last person to stay in the office. I saw the other boss, Pankaj, in the office maybe a total of only 3 times. Typically, he would walk in, shake everyone's hand, say what's up, and then just leave. So because of this, I couldn't really ever capture a clear shot of his face through the webcam. So for now, I will just compare the CCTV images to his profile picture on LinkedIn. These 2 guys pretty much became my main targets since they are the big players in this operation, and they probably have the keys to all of the data that I was looking for previously. But my main problem was that I never saw them use any of the computers in the office, not even the ones in the external cabins. So at this point, I was out of ideas, and I didn't really know how I was going to get the information of all of these employees. Then a couple of days later, while I was watching the employees' computers, I noticed that one of the managers in this call center, Lalit, had a remote connection to a computer that was outside of the office. So I waited for him to walk away from his laptop, and I dropped off everything necessary to compromise this new machine. And sure enough, I received a connection. I traced the coordinates, and it led me to an apartment complex in New Delhi, India. And I could see the screen, and it was immediately apparent that this was Pankaj's computer. I was incredibly lucky, and I got access to all of his files. I downloaded salary slips, ID cards, recordings of all of their scams.
Hello?
Hi there, this is Jerry. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, yeah.
And of course, I downloaded many photos of both Awadesh and Pankaj standing in the very call center that runs these scams. The photos from Facebook are what really pissed me off though, because I could see the owner showing off expensive cars, taking pictures of luxury vacations, being successful, being on the beach, but it's all done with stolen money. This one photo makes me pretty angry. It's a selfie that shows Pankaj wearing a shirt that reads self-paid, self-made. But my final question was, if they can afford the luxury vacations, fancy cars, and expensive clothes, how much money were they truly stealing from innocent, vulnerable people? Now, it might sound odd, but the bosses were actually smart enough to manage the websites, payments, and finances through AWS servers, but they were dumb enough to constantly stay logged in with full permissions. Since the machines were turned on quite frequently and logged in with full permissions, I was able to just remotely connect to the server myself, where I downloaded over 370 files worth of confidential data. I could tell you this because the first few files I clicked on consisted of things like attendance sheets, company registrations, and bank statements. I observed the activity on the servers for weeks, and I could see the scammers log into PayPal and create fraudulent invoices for their newly scammed victims. Since I also had remote access to these servers, it was very easy for me to snoop around the PayPal directly, where I exported scam payments dating back to November of 2021. So I'm in the scammer's PayPal right now, and let's just see how much money they have stolen in the last 90 days. Holy shit. $300,000. What the f is wrong with these people? Yeah, now I know how the boss can afford the luxury lifestyle he flexes on social media. Bro has stolen $100K per month for the last 3 months. What the actual? Can't believe this guy was not only dumb enough to let someone like me find and obtain all of this data, but it looks like he was dumb enough to link his personal identity to this fraudulent PayPal. This literally allows me to just trace the scam payments right back to his name. You know what? Let's just initiate an export of every single transaction this guy has ever made on PayPal. By exporting all of the payments, I found out that they have scammed a little over 9,000 people and made a whopping $1.4 million in the span of just 36 months, which is pretty impressive for a call center their size. Most scam call centers that run this scam only target victims that are located in the USA, but these guys are actually kind of clever, and they found some type of untapped market by also targeting other countries like Austria, the UK, Canada, Australia, and even Hong Kong. In addition to the computer I gained access to earlier, I found out it wasn't just being used to manage the finances, but it was also being used for managing a Google AdWords account.
This is interesting to me because AdWords is a service that allows people to pay for an advertisement for their website to show up at the top of Google. We can see that this specific AdWords campaign is targeting the term printer support, and they also have more keywords for other companies like Norton, McAfee, and Netgear. It's pretty obvious that they're impersonating multiple companies with various scams. Let's just take the printer support ad for an example. In the past month, the ad has been shown to around 5,000 people, and the majority of those people, not surprisingly, are 55 or older. Every month, they will pay anywhere from 100,000 to 200,000 rupees, which is an average of $3,000 spent on ads every single month. But a better way to understand this is through the return on investment. Since they have generated over $1.4 million in only 36 months, this means they will approximately steal $39,000 per month. Some months are obviously better than others, and by taking this figure and subtracting the average advertising cost, then dividing by the advertising cost, and finally multiplying by 100, we get an insane 1,200% return. These types of returns are only really made possible if you're running a scam call center or if you're investing in meme coins. But it's also made possible if you are scamming the very people who work for you. And it was within their own incentive spreadsheet where I found out that for every $500 they scam, they will get 700 rupees in return. Doing a quick currency conversion shows that 700 rupees is only equivalent to $8.32, which means the employees will make less than 2% of what they're stealing. And this is fairly typical behavior. The bosses will take 98% of whatever the employees make, which leaves them with pretty much nothing. And all of this gave me a deep insight into the scammers' finances, but there was still one more question lingering in the back of my head. Where were the scammers physically located? While the IP addresses of these computers resulted back to the city of Noida, which is located in what is called the Delhi New Capital Region. Noida is pretty much a suburb of New Delhi. The IP address would turn out to be insufficient, as an IP can only point towards a general location that is usually a few miles off the actual position of the machine using that IP address. We can refer back to camera 8, where I saw a company name on the door that reads Digital Edge Institute. Like I said before, this is a fully legitimate business owned by Pankaj and Awadesh. Of course, since they operate in the Indian daytime, most of their employees likely had no idea they were working in the same office used by scammers. The address associated with this business caught my attention, and it led me to a shared co-working space in the iThumb Tower. This location functions as a shopping mall and commercial office space, home to many reputable companies. Let me just quickly emphasize that this video is in no way intended to defame or mislead anyone about the iThumb Tower or any of the businesses that operate there. There is absolutely no evidence to suggest that the building management or other occupants are aware of any unauthorized activities within their premises. To address these concerns responsibly, I decided to report this information to the building's management. I shared the company names, information about the operators, the nature of the activities, and I also informed the building that I am uploading this video, which is being shared with you right now. The iThumb Towers are actually two separate buildings, Tower A and Tower B, and it would be in Tower B that the address would indicate the scammers are situated in. Since these scammers are connected to the internet, I'm able to see all of the available Wi-Fi networks, and with this information, it's possible to triangulate an exact position, usually within 30 meters. In this case, they are sitting in Tower B on the 4th floor in room 406. Just in case the evidence I've shown you isn't enough, one of the co-founders of this operation even has a photo of the iThumb Towers as his profile banner on LinkedIn. The scammers are 100% located in this building. Now, everything is lining up to be that these two guys are scamming people, and they have been stealing millions of dollars for multiple years now. But in my opinion, these are some of the worst scammers, since most of their victims won't even know that they're a victim of a scam. And these victims could be anyone vulnerable like your grandma or grandpa. So I decided to write to every single person that I found on their sales sheet. In the email, I pointed out to each victim that it was a scam and how they should go about getting their money back. And I think at this point, it was now time for me to grab all of the data I gathered, the victim information, social media of the top scammers, the ones who run the entire operation, physical locations that were pinpointed within 30 meters, and finally, I was capable of obtaining live footage of all of their scams.
When I make these types of videos, I know the owners of the operation will most likely just find the video somehow, and they are probably listening to me right now. So Awadesh and Pankaj, I just want to let you know that I uploaded all of your personal information to a private drive that I shared directly with my contacts in the FBI. Good luck trying to scam now. The final thing I wanted to do was destroy the scammer's infrastructure from top to bottom, and the first thing I did is report the scammer's Google AdSense account so that nobody can find their websites anymore. Then I decided to report the websites themselves to GivoChat so that nobody can access their chat support or phone numbers. Thirdly, I noticed the scammers were using a remote access tool by the name of Zoho Assist. And luckily for me, Zoho Assist is one of the few companies that actually work closely with the Scambait community. They don't tolerate scamming or fraudulent activities, and they would surely shut down the account if I provided enough evidence. So I clicked record, capturing everything in perfect detail. But they were scamming people in front of my very eyes, so I reported their PayPal accounts in real time directly to their fraud team, so now all current and future victims will no longer be capable of making direct debit payments. And while all of this was happening, one of the bosses at the call center, Awadesh, was nowhere to be seen. I hadn't seen him in the office for weeks, but there was someone else sitting in the office peacefully playing games on his phone. Pankaj. I just thought it was hilarious how this guy barely shows up to the office, and when he does show up, he's playing games on his iPhone. I think it's a good day to destroy this entire operation, and my plan is to call these scammers by their real names and remotely execute a picture of Pankaj on their computer screens while Pankaj is standing right behind them. Let's see how this plays out.
For calling support, my name is Max, and how can I help you?
Hi, Max. This is Alex. Can I show you something on my computer?
Sir, I'm not so techie, okay?
You're not so techie.
No. Give you a
Okay,
call.
well, can I show you a little magic trick? Just one magic trick. It'll take 2 seconds. I don't want you to hang up the phone. Alright, ready? I want you to count with me a countdown. Ready? 3. Count with me. Ready? 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Do you know Pankaj? Do you know Mr. Pankaj, sir? I want you to pass the phone to Pankaj.
I'm not familiar to that.
I want you to pass the phone to Pankaj. Look at this face. Pankaj. You recognize this guy? Pass the phone to Pankaj. Yeah, Pankaj Dhingra. Yeah, Pankaj. What's up, so what's up? I know you're scamming people. I know you're in the iThumb Tower, right? You're in the iThumb Tower, Pankaj?
Sorry? From iThumb Tower, Pankaj.
Listen, I want to talk to you guys. I know you're scamming people. Yeah, I know you guys are scamming people. Why are you guys scamming people?
Now, you see the file downloaded, right? Double click and open that file.
So yeah, I know Anoop, I know Kafil, I know everyone in your office. You're in the iThumb Tower.
कुछ बता रहा है देखो हाँ मुझे वो तो लगता है इसमें ना कैमरा कैसे ऑन हो रहा है
You're covering the webcam, but he stopped scamming people. Is this Lalit? Oh, Akash. Is this Akash? Akash, Kafil, Anoop. I know Andy. I know Manzar. I know Awadesh. Where is Awadesh, bro? Hey, take a look at this. Hey guys, hey Pankaj.
अभी भी चल रहा है वो दो कुछ स्टिकर या कुछ
टेप होगी टेप है कहाँ है टेप
ये कहाँ से निकाली फोटोज
ये तो कंट्रोल कर लिया उसने सारा अपने कंट्रोल
अबे यार क्या कर रहे हो गया नेटवर्क निकाल दिया ये फोटोज कहाँ से निकाली है
उसने खोला तो पट से मारे
तुमने रिमोट ले लिया
आपकी एडिशन की फोटो उसने मारी है अभी चट से हमने कोई रिमोट लिया भी कुछ नहीं है हाँ रिमोट वोटो नहीं है इसका
नहीं मैंने इंटरनेट उड़ा दिया मैंने केबल निकाल दिया नहीं पंडित जी मैंने इंटरनेट केबल निकाल कुछ नहीं कर पाया
बंद कर दिया
इंटरनेट केबल उड़ा दिया अरे तो कुछ दो तो सही टीम भी नहीं दिखेगी ये तो ऐसा कुछ हो ना ऐसे रख दो ये क्या वकील साहब का अरे वकील साहब सचिन Alright.
डेटा वेटा पड़ा तो हटाओ
Hello?
सबसे पहले. क्या बात है? ये किसी को पिच लगी है. ऐसी कोई पिच थी आज या कल में जो पूरी पिच लगी हो, उसको सब कुछ दिखाया हो, कंपनी का नाम डिसाइड बताया हो और उसके बाद में चला गया हो. ऐसा तो कोई सस्पिशन होता नहीं सर. अगर हमें कुछ भी लगता है वॉइस तो उसके जैसे बहुत ज्यादा क्लियर आ रही होती है तो हम प्रोसीड की आवाज तो पहचानते बंदे की. बीच कॉल कर रहा मैं 1-2 महीने से. ये भी 2 दिन 4 दिन पहले भी एक कर लेते नहीं है कोई बंदे की. हमें सब लॉगिन करो. मैं तो ऑन नहीं है.
Pankaj, Lali.
फिर से आ गया.
Hey, what's up, guys? So, I'm gonna send the FBI to your office. You guys know the FBI? You guys know the FBI?
अरे जा भोसड़ी का माँ चुदा ले अपने FBI में जाके रिपोर्ट कर.
IP का access Millions of people are gonna see. Search up NanoBaiter on YouTube. You're gonna see NanoBaiter. Look, I have access to your call center. I have access to all your computers. I have access to everything. Yeah, I can hear you guys right now. Stop panicking. I can hear you guys. Yeah, unplug the internet. Unplug the internet. Yeah, start running away. Start running away, pal.
Start running away, bro. Yeah. You dumb Look, NanoBaiter, millions of people, Pankaj. They're gonna all see you. Millions of people, pal. Hey, Pankaj. So this is NanoBaiter talking. And I just want to ask you about some, like, I just want to ask you some NanoBaiter, okay? And I have some questions about your company, Digital Edge Institute, and Triumph. Okay. Yeah, so I'm making a YouTube video right now. And I just want to ask you for some comment because I have some allegations against you and Awadesh.
What?
I'm going to report everything to the FBI.
Do whatever you want to do. See, if you're threatening me, so do whatever you want.
It's not a threat.
Okay?
I am reporting you to the police. I am.
Now, I'm going to disconnect this call. You do whatever you want.
This is live footage of scammers fully panicking. Let's give these scammers a phone call and record their live reactions to a hacker revealing their true identities. Yeah.
My name is
Sanjeev. Your name is Sanjeev, and your friend next to you is wearing a brown shirt. So, Sanjeev, why are you scamming people, Sanjeev?
You are Sanjeev. You are Sanjeev. और आपका नाम लिखा था राजा. राजा.
Oh yeah, this is definitely it. They're taping it forever. Alright, so I'm going to explain to you how I found these scammers. I was doing my usual look around for scammer phone numbers when I came across a list of websites that looked very scammy to say the least. The website looks fairly tame and legit on the surface, but in reality, it's all a scheme to get you to pay for useless drivers or security. But who are the people coming across a fake website that's offering Alexa support? Well, someone who just purchased themselves a brand new Amazon Alexa device, and when they tried to set it up, the instructions informed them to download the Alexa app. So they go on Google and search something up like download Alexa app, but instead of coming across the Google Play Store or the App Store, they get those fake sponsored scam links that I showed you previously. Now on the website, the victim is given multiple options of download. I'm using Windows, so I go ahead and initiate the download for Windows. And I get this fake looking progress bar, and after it loads, it gives me the exact same error message every single time. Reading network error, we couldn't complete your download, please chat with us for more info. And under that, a little option to join the chat. At this point, I know exactly where this is going. As soon as I join the support chat, the scammers will ask me for my name and phone number for a callback to my cell phone. Once they have me on the phone, they will convince me that I need to install remote access software for them to fix the issue. And I do the one thing that you are never supposed to do. I let them remotely gain access to my computer, but while they attempt to connect to me, I am actually connecting back to them, reversing the access onto their computer. What is
Let me just show you.
I don't know what the IP is.
Look over here. Do you see that here?
What is that?
These are the people who are connected with your computer, sir.
They're connected with my
Right now.
computer right now? Right now, the scammer is connected to my computer, but I've actually connected right back to hers, and I'm watching her computer screen as she attempts to run the scam.
With your devices, yes. And in order to do that, sir, in order to install the device, the drivers, and to make sure that they work fine on your computer and there'll be no trouble in the future, how long you want the driver? So you want it for the 2 years, you want it for the 3, 5, 10?
Now, while the so-called issues on the computer are actually completely normal, and everything the scammer has told me up to this point has been a lie, he will now try to pitch me one of their bogus support plans. Oh, okay, and what's it called? Okay, so I see the price here. It says $299 for 2 years. And then I see $390.
For the protection of your phone.
Yeah.
Yes, for that, it is the protection on your devices as well. For example, if in the future somebody gets connected with your computer or your IP address and they try to do anything bad activity on the devices of yours, they won't be able to connect with you, so.
Okay, wonderful. So that's all I have to do is pay for the security and all those problems will stop?
Yes.
But there was not a single problem in the first place with this fake virtual computer that I created 10 minutes ago. And honestly, I wasted enough of this scammer's time, so I decided to confront her about the scam.
Yes, sir. Do you want this driver? Do you want this security, or you don't want this, sir?
I don't know. Some of those services were supposed to be running. Some of them are supposed to be stopped. Some of them are supposed to be running. And you're telling me there's something wrong with my computer. I'm starting to think that you're a scammer. Are you a scammer?
Why would I have a scammer?
It sounds like you're a scammer. Why are you disconnecting from my computer, you fake scammer?
That's what you think, sir.
But that's the truth. You know you're a scammer, right? You're lying.
That's not the truth.
All right, so where are you located
No.
right now? Where are you located right now? So while that was happening, I was silently taking a look into this scammer's network, and that was actually when I found the set of CCTV security cameras, guessed the password, and could see everything that was going on inside of this massive scam call center. These cameras gave me an insight into the day-to-day lives of these scammers, and gave me a good sense of what the call center looked like and what the layout of the building was. The first thing I wanted to do was make a mini-map of the call center. In total, they had 12 camera views, and by doing a simple head count, I could see that there were around 15 to 20 agents usually on the floor at once. I spotted them many times eating and socializing, just like in any normal job. Now, while I gained access to only one machine in this call center and just breached their CCTV security cameras, I didn't know how I was going to further advance my investigation in proving that these people are guaranteed scammers. I had access to their cameras, but they didn't have a feature that allowed me to listen into the audio, and even if I could listen into the audio, it would be very difficult for me to record any scams. The scammers were actually nice enough to have call recording on their phone system switched on, but even better yet, they had an application on some of their machines by the name of Flashback Recorder, which is an application that not only screen records the actual desktop display, but the microphone connected to that computer. Now yes, I can match the timeline of the audio to the timeline of the CCTV's internal playback to watch scams that have happened in the past, but the scammers have made it even easier for me by not using any traditional phone systems, but rather virtual ones. I ended up getting access to a couple more machines in this call center, which allowed me to get some rock-solid evidence of their activities.
Okay, that is also not working. It's giving me the same error message, can't reach this page.
Ma'am, I'll do one thing for you. I'll guide you some steps on your computer. Please follow it. Let me connect with your computer remotely and I'll set it up for you. Would that work?
That's fine.
So this victim followed some random stranger's instructions and installed a remote access tool on her computer.
Now look at here, ma'am. Can you see there are a number of services which is stopped right now? Network connectivity, network assistant. By any chance, did you stop it, ma'am? Most of your services are down right now that connect your smart devices together, and that's the reason you're having this trouble with the network, ma'am. So let me do one thing for you. Let me put a proper scan on it so we can get the result why it's saying it, okay?
I think I've now heard enough of this, and it's now time for me to warn this person about the scam. Hi, hello?
Hello? Yes?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, were you on the phone with a gentleman that sounded Indian a second ago?
Yes?
Yeah, I wanted to tell you, ma'am, that person wasn't from actual tech support. I deal with fraud, like he was a scammer. He was trying to ask...
Yeah, I figured that when he was trying to download stuff on my computer.
Yeah, just I wanted to warn you for the future. Like if someone ever tells you to install something like that on your computer, it's like 99% always a scam, okay? Thankfully, I was able to successfully warn that person about the scam, but there were many more people who had previously been scammed before I had a chance to intervene. This was evident from the many photos I downloaded from the scammers' computers, showing payments made via credit card and checks, anywhere from $100 to $1,200 or even $3,000 for absolutely nothing. This photo in particular that made me really disgusted with these scammers, showing how they forced an elderly-looking man to open his webcam, write a check for them, and send it off to some random shell company in the United States. This is not only why I wanted to identify the heartless scammers in India, but also the people facilitating the laundering of money. Because processing checks internationally is far more difficult and could arouse suspicion, the scammers will instead have their victims make them payable to shell companies in the United States. There are many such companies involved in this scheme, and I've blurred their names because I've reported all of them to US federal authorities where they're being investigated. The information on those checks contain the types of details that are very suitable towards data brokers. Data brokers sell your information to scammers and anyone else who may want to target you. Your full name, email, home address, health records, your relatives, it's all out there. Anyways, I can't show you the business names that I reported to law enforcement, but what I can do is try to get the identities of every single person working inside the call center in India. My first approach was taking a look into the scammers' files in their computers, but this would turn out to be unsuccessful as they mostly only stored scam-related documents and not really any personal information that led me to identifying who they were. So at this point, I didn't really know how I was going to get the information of all 30 of these employees, but that's when I noticed someone on one of the camera views in a separate cabin. This individual is Avnit. She would turn out to be one of the HR managers working in this call center. And my proof of this is that the room she operates in literally has a sign that says HR room, and this is where I actually use the CCTV cameras to my advantage. I simply watched the cameras until Avnit would come into the office, waited for her to take the laptop out of her bag, watched her connect to the hijacked internet that I had access to, and then I was able to pivot to her computer directly. On her computer alone, I downloaded over 500 files containing confidential data. I can tell you this because the first few files I clicked on had things like employee resumes, photos of their ID cards, even pictures of the scammers themselves, and finally a spreadsheet that contains all of the agents' and managers' personal names, phone numbers, email addresses, and the exact location of where they live. This is a big leak into the company's employee data, and the reason the HR manager would store the scammer's ID photos on her computer was because these scammers don't use traditional keys to enter the call center, but rather access cards. Here I can see the HR manager using the portal to request a new access card for one of the agents. It says she's using an account owned by someone with the name of Bekuchat, and we can see a company name on the left side that reads Sky Sailor Ventures Private Limited. And if I do a quick Google search of that company, the first thing that comes up is a scammer.info post that was created back in November of 2021. The information listed on that post were things like the director's names of the company, Bekuchat Rora and Rajat Sharma. And where have I seen those names before? Well, I saw it 10 seconds ago on the HR manager's laptop when she logged into the portal to submit the access card. And at this point, I already found public records of these two scam fraudsters registering Sky Sailor Ventures Private Limited back in 2019. This would turn out to be the real Indian company. So here I could confirm that Rajat and Bekuchat were running a scam call center in Punjab, India. And if you still don't believe me, I went and found Rajat's LinkedIn account, which showed me a photo of how he looks like. And what do you know? The HR manager has a photo of someone on her hard drive that looks very similar to the profile picture on LinkedIn. This is Rajat. Now it was time for me to pivot my access to the people who actually manage all of the finances and bookkeeping. Okay, so these agents, when they reach the finale of their scam, they open up their remote LAN chatting tool and pass the victim information over to someone by the name of Chavi. I'm pretty sure this guy manages all of the financial data in this call center. So let's put his name onto Google and see what comes up. Okay, so I see a LinkedIn profile. Let's click on this. Chavi. Yeah, that's definitely our guy. Look at that photo. Okay, yeah, he's the operations manager. We definitely need to access his computer. So after a couple of days of me just waiting and waiting, I finally got access to his computer. I won't tell you how I hacked this computer since I want to use the same methods in the future, but I pretty much got the keys to all of the financial information that you could imagine. I'll talk more about that in a second, but I realized I didn't even need to gather more information on Chavi because when I downloaded those 500 files worth of confidential employee data off of the HR manager's computer, I got all of his info in the process. I have his personal information sheet, his Indian identity card or Aadhaar card, and multiple snapshots including this very clear photo that matches up perfectly with his ID card and his personal LinkedIn page. Finally, it was now time to extract all of the data on his computer, and let me tell you now, this guy had access to everything. I could see the payment databases, the Stripe accounts, and even the scammers creating the invoices on PayPal that they would directly send to their scam victims. Of course, if the scammers were already dumb enough to let me see all of this, surely they would be dumb enough to not set passwords on their confidential spreadsheets, right? Well, let's find out. Okay, let's open this. Ah, dang. Looks like we can't access their master tracking spreadsheet. Oh wait, I suppose if I have access to their internal cameras, I could just watch them type the password to the spreadsheets live on CCTV. If only it was that easy though. Actually, it was that easy because I exported over 250 clear text passwords from the scammers their computers. This gave me direct access to all of these accounts, and the first thing I did was log into these accounts and silently export all of the transactions that had been initiated on Stripe and PayPal. That's when I noticed these scammers are even dumber than I originally thought. Rajat, one of the directors and key players of this operation, used his real name, phone number, and personal email address to set up this fraudulent PayPal. This guy, who thinks he's tough shit with his call center and illegal scams, put his real name on this PayPal.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
This allowed me to trace the scam payments right back to his Indian bank account. Finally, I gained access to their simple invoice page, which revealed how much money they have stolen between the years of 2021 and 2024. Each month, these scammers on average steal around $100,000, and in a time span of just 1 year, they steal over $1.1 million. If we do the math of how much money they have stolen over the course of 3 years, it would be exactly $2,785,728 just from US and Canadian citizens. So if I had all of this information, what else was I missing? Well, I still had no idea where the scam call center was located. I had access to 2 outside angles on the CCTV that gave me a look into the entrance of the call center. On one of those views, I could see a security booth and a little road. But this scam call center has Wi-Fi in and outside of the building, and by using the names of the wireless networks, as well as their strengths relative to the scammers' computers, we can precisely determine where the scam call center is located. And when I put those coordinates into Google Earth, I get zoomed into this location in Mohali, Punjab. So when you enter Street View, you can see Villa Verde, Residential Tower, Cork City. And then this text over here is too blurry for me to read. And then some more Cork City, and then the atrium Cork City. So I thought this security booth right here was the same one. But if we actually compare it to the one on the CCTV, they're actually just completely different. So at the beginning, I thought this building on the right was the actual scam call center, but it's not. So the actual location of the scam call center is towards the back of the building. So if we do a quick zoom in, we can see on the left side over here, that's the security booth. So let's take a look at the CCTV, and that's the same. And if we look on the right side, we can see the parking lot. And on the left side, we have that turn. So I believe the scammers are in this building right here. So these scammers are located in the atrium Cork City building of Sector 74, Phase AB, Mohali, Punjab. When I put that address into Google, the first result is the official corkcity.com website, which is the exact same website I saw the HR manager using previously. I very quickly found this YouTube video giving a tour of the building, and at first, I recognized the entrance from Google Street View imagery, but when they brought the camera to the back of the building, I was 100% able to confirm the location of the call center. In this frame right here, they even got a shot of the entrance, which matches up perfectly with what we can see on the CCTV cameras. So these scammers are located in this very high-end building. As stated in the description in this video, the building has a ton of amenities, like a massive swimming pool, a full fitness center, CCTV security cameras, and a 24/7 on-site security team. I wanted to identify if any other people have dealt with this call center in the past, and while looking at many reviews made by previously scammed victims, I actually remembered that I picked up a password to the scammer's Better Business Bureau account, allowing me to have full control of all of the reviews. No, I want to like respond to everyone and be like, oh, this is a scam company that we do.
Yes,
we actually.
Very sorry. Want your money back, go to your bank and ask for a charge back.
I'll actually give you the director's name while I'm at it.
Yeah. Here's his personal phone number.
Here you go. So that's exactly what I did. I replied to all of the people agreeing with their statements and even confirming that they are indeed a scam company. And at this point, I have gathered pretty much all the evidence I needed. I had the names of the bosses and most of the employees. I had their exact location. And finally, I was able to trace the scam payments right back to the managing directors. Instead of just watching them and doing nothing, let's rather engage in some sabotage. The first thing I did was report the scammer's Google AdSense account so that nobody can find their website anymore. Then I decided to report the website itself to GoDaddy so that no victims can access their chat support and phone numbers. Thirdly, I reported the scammers their service agreements to DocuSign. Next, I sent all of the scammers AnyDesk IDs to my friend Matt, who works at AnyDesk, and he managed to ban all of them permanently off of the platform. And Rajat, I reported all of your personal information to the FBI as well. Good luck trying to scam now, buddy. Finally, I logged into the scammer's PayPal account and manually started to refund each one of their victims. Of course, this process would take way too long, so I reported their fraudulent accounts to PayPal themselves, who then responded by banning their PayPal account. No more direct debit payments for them. In late December of 2023, the scammers actually removed the CCTV cameras off of the main network that I had access to, ultimately killing my visual view into this call center. But the scammers forgot about one critical thing. I could watch them through the laptop webcams. Well, kind of. These scammers actually taped up most of the laptop webcams in this call center, so I unfortunately wasn't able to call any of the scammers directly looking at their face, but maybe I can confront them from a different angle. No one really uses this computer right here, and the closest people sitting next to this computer are these guys, so let's give these scammers a scare by revealing their true identities on a phone call.
Yeah, you speak to one of my superiors, okay? Hold on.
Okay, let me speak to him.
Yes, how may I help you?
Yeah, so I bet I can actually guess your name. Yeah.
My name is...
Sanjeev. Your name is Sanjeev, and your friend next to you is wearing a brown shirt. So, Sanjeev, why are you scamming people, Sanjeev?
What?
Yeah, your name is Sanjeev.
No.
Yeah, your name is Sanjeev.
No.
Yeah, you know Chavi Goy. You know Chavi and Rajat. You know Rajat? Rajat?
No.
Yeah, Avnit, the HR manager. So Sanjeev, let's talk for a bit. You know I can see you right now. Wave at the camera. You see the CCTV camera? You see the cameras right above you?
No,
look up at the CCTV, Sanjeev. Sanjeev, look at the CCTV. Look at the CCTV, Sanjeev.
No, man, you are wrong.
No, I'm wrong? So you're running scams, right, Sanjeev? You're running scams?
No.
Yes, you are.
No, man, no.
Yeah, I can tell you your job. Your job is to manage all of the chats. So like the people send you the chat, and then you give it to the... So how are you not the scammer? Explain to me how you're not the scammer, Sanjeev. Explain to me.
No, you are wrong.
Are you panicking?
You are wrong, please,
Yo, the HR manager is right next to you.
Hello?
Yeah, can you please pass the call back to David? Or not?
I am, you are already talking to him.
Oh, I'm speaking to David right now?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so David, you're wearing a brown shirt right now, right? You're wearing a brown shirt? Like, look behind you. You know,
no.
So you know Skyfair Travels? Look at the CCTV cameras behind you. Like, you know, like, look behind you.
I don't know what all you're saying.
Turn around in your chair. Turn around. Like, turn around. Look, I'm looking at you. Turn around in your chair. No, bro. Turn around. Oh, he's getting someone. He's getting someone right now, I think. At this point, Sanjeev, the scammer that I just confronted, decided it would be a good idea to tell the boss Rajat what just happened. Earlier that day, the HR manager conveniently left her computer in Rajat's personal cabin, which allowed me to grab this webcam footage.
कैमरा किसी के कंट्रोल में है। परमिंदर ने बात की, फिर उसने बोला कि फेक है। मैंने ली कॉल। You are Sanjeev. I know you manage all chat. फिर परमिंदर को बोला उसने कि तूने ब्राउन शर्ट डाली हुई है। हाँ। और आपका नाम ले रहा था राजा। ऐसे बोला राजा के अंदर गया। ये अपना बंदा होगा कि कोई है कोई? जब मैंने बात की ना, उसने सीधा बोल दिया यू आर संजीव। तो परमिंदर की शर्ट का कलर भी बता दिया उसने।
After this conversation, the HR manager entered the cabin, and she unfortunately grabbed the laptop and took it back to her office. When she made it back to her room, they finally told her everything that had happened. Due to a technical issue, I wasn't able to get audio to this portion of the confrontation, but we can see the HR manager Avnit looking visually concerned when she notices her webcam light is on as well. Of course, she doesn't know anything about computers, so she leaves the room to grab someone with more experience. When she comes back in, we can see her point directly at the webcam. Sanjeev, the person we can see right here, tells her it might be a good idea to put some tape over the webcam. Fortunately for us, this is the HR manager and not the IT guy, so instead of taping the actual webcam itself, she taped the webcam light instead.
बताओ क्या हुआ है? मुझे तो बता ही सकते हो।
As for the main room, everyone was sort of in a panic mode, with a ton of people looking pretty concerned. Here we can see Chavi, the operations manager, holding a piece of tape and then pointing straight at the webcam. I assume you can guess what's coming next.
मेरे सिस्टम क्या बोलते हैं इसमें ना सर ने बोला कि इसको शट डाउन नहीं करना एक बार से। अच्छा सिर्फ टेपिंग करनी है ना कैमरे की। अब तो मैं कैमरा कवर कर रहा हूं। अच्छा ठीक है ये तो वैसे इसमें पता ही नहीं होता। मैं भी सोच रही थी इसको किसी दिन कवर करने का।
वेबकैम इसका चल रहा है।
चल रहा
हाँ
है
लाइट जल रही नहीं आता।
हाँ
वेबकैम चल रहा है इसका।
वो कैसे चला होगा?
Oh yeah, this is definitely it. They're taping it forever. Why are you guys smashing the laptop? Or they're smashing the laptop. And the scammers lived miserably ever after. In today's video, I'll be confronting a scam call center and disrupt the peace in this cabin by showing them their own CCTV security cameras. Why are you trying to scam my friend?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, why are you trying to scam my friend, the Ruhi?
सिस्टम शट डाउन करो, इमीडिएटली प्लग्स निकाल दो।
This story started a little while back when I took the access to this scam call center's CCTV cameras, and after months of me spying on them, I decided to make 2 YouTube videos showcasing their scams. In part 1, I showed off how this room right here has a fraudulent campaign of about 15 to 20 agents targeting people in the United Kingdom with a so-called HMRC scam. My friend Sven from the YouTube channel How to Delete and Jim Browning have also made some videos showcasing their scams. We saw things like a new Europol police campaign that rooms 1 and 2 were running, and then Neep and Sven decided to go into the scammer's office-based building to conduct their own research. And shortly after, we were told by the Austrian police on the 9th of 28th, 2022 that a raid was conducted on the OJAS Business Center. Or so we thought. After we were given this news, it was quite apparent that the police only entered specific rooms in the building and did not conduct a full search, meaning these recruitment scammers were back up and running. Although, weeks before the raid was conducted, our scammers started to become more and more suspicious that someone was watching them, and we actually witnessed them turn the cameras in multiple rooms. So with no CCTV access, what can I do with these scammers? Well, I'm going to break down the evidence I already found on them. First off, these group of scammers don't do the typical Amazon refund scam or host Microsoft pop-ups. They actually have a campaign to go after Indian people's life savings. They start their shift at around 11 AM Indian time and then end it between 7 and 8 PM. And from that footage, we know that these scammers used a back alleyway behind the Kapil Dhaba in the Shadowpur metro area to get to their scam call center. They go up the main set of stairs and then are greeted with an even larger staircase that takes them to these sets of offices. There's about 10 to 15 agents on floor number 3, room 6 of the OJAS Business Center. And how do I know all of this? Well, with combining the configuration of the scammer's network and the actual CCTV footage itself, we can indeed confirm these scammers are inside of this business center. But like I explained in my second video, that we found these recruitment scammers through the Austrian and Germany group, and after the CCTV was taken down in some rooms, it wasn't going to stop a dedicated group of scambaiters from documenting their fraud.
Monica, very good afternoon. My name is Aruhi and this call is related to your job. Are you looking for a job change currently, Monica?
Yes, these group of scammers ran a fake recruitment scam, obtaining victims' information through legitimate websites like Shine.com and then phoning these victims posing as job recruiters.
Okay, so we have an opportunities for you in Chennai.
She will tell the potential candidates that there is a job on offer, but it comes at an expensive price.
For applying with my company reference, you have to pay some recruitment charges, 2,600. If in case we are not able to provide you the job, also which amount you are paying, that gonna be refunded to you without any deduction. Yeah, so right now do you have any device to come online on my official website? Any laptop or phone? You have laptop right now in front of you? Yeah, so do it with the laptop. Open the Google Chrome.
But funny enough, these Indian scammers won't direct you to install remote access softwares like TeamViewer or AnyDesk. Their main goal of the scam is to guide you to one of 3 different websites. All of the websites look identical, but they all have one thing in common. If you have just clicked on the website, everything on the surface might seem tame and legit, but after Jim took a look further into the website's source code, he was able to discover that none of the normal links actually worked, and the only functionality of the website that was properly working would be the sign up option and the section to submit a payment.
If I provide you my direct to official UPI ID to you, you can make the direct payment on our official UPI ID. So you can just open the phone pay, your phone pay. Yeah, so I'm just providing you the phone pay UPI ID to you, and you have to make 2,689 rupees. Okay.
They are now going to instruct the victim to log into their PhonePe app and then use one of these payment QR codes that were provided by Jim. But thankfully, this victim was losing interest or maybe even realized that it was a scam and hung up on the scammer.
No, you have to make payment right now. Just send the money. अरे क्यों फिर मेरा टाइम वेस्ट कर रही है जब तेरे को नहीं इंटरेस्ट हो? कह रही है फोन पे से कर रही हूँ, यूपीआई आईडी दे रही हूँ, कह रही है आई विल मेक द पेमेंट लेटर. मुझे पता था.
But sometimes, victims weren't always as cautious, and thanks to my friend Sven, we were able to send these people direct messages about the fraud that was taking place. In those messages, some victims even naming the amount of money that the scammers were asking for. And from the scammer spreadsheets, we can see the amount of information that they hold on these victims. We can see things like full names, email IDs, phone numbers, and of course the amount of rupees that these victims have paid. On average, most people would have gave up 2,000 to 4,000 rupees, but some people listed on the spreadsheet have paid a lot more than that. 25,000, 34,000, and 76,000 rupees, just to name a few. But besides the scammers' best efforts to steal from everyone, not all victims were keen to listen to the story.
Ma'am, that's why now, because you are facing problem for the login also, ma'am. That's why I'm telling you need to click on sign up so I can resolve this problem. No, ma'am, no need to. You just click on the sign up. After click on sign up, then you will get application detail, right? Did you click on the sign up? Have you clicked on sign up? Did you click on that? Ma'am. But you forget your mail ID and password, na ma'am. That's why I'm telling you need to click on. No need to fill your detail. You need to select only for the industry. So now you are busy or something. You just tell me. Phone card दे छूते busy है ये. Sir, please मुझे आधा घंटा हो गया. Please try to understand. छोड़ो फिर कल कर. अभी थोड़ा कर देगी जब फ्री होगी.
Yeah, Aruna. But one more thing regarding the same, my company's services will be charged as well. So would you be fine? I'm saying that my company's services will be charged. You have to pay one-time initial charges. Chutia.
Ma'am, I said that we having the server issue. So we had the server issue last 3 days. That's why we are not able to pick your call because we are not available over here. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, that's the official number. But yes, ma'am. Saturday, then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, the 3 days we had the server issues. So today itself only we worked over there. Ma'am, I'm just no. Definitely, you think as per your right way you think over there. But we had the server issue at that moment. That's why Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday we did. As the Sunday is not working days, even the Monday or Tuesday we didn't work over there due to the server. Ma'am, we had the server issue, so we are not able to do anything over there because everything is work on the server. Ma'am, I agreed. I'm not saying that you are wrong, you are thinking wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm simply telling you that we had the issues. That's why, but now we are connectable. Yes, exactly. You asked the last payment, right? And we talked you. Ma'am, now you are just stretching the conversation. See, now you are stretching the conversation or not anything else.
So now that we know that these scammers are worked up and the first Europol scam group has been raided by the CBI, it was now time to call these scammers and show them their own CCTV security cameras. I've prepared a picture on Aruhi's computer that once remote executed will display a mugshot stating scammer found. I also added an FBI logo just to give them an extra scare. So now let's get connected with these scammers and see what they think when shown their own CCTV security cameras.
We can also do that thing that send you a direct link. Why we show you the...
Aruhi, why are you trying to scam my friend?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Why are you trying to scam my friend, Aruhi? Why are you trying to scam my Indian friend, Aruhi?
Who is in between?
Why are you trying to scam my friend? What's happening, Aruhi? Why are you throwing the mic? Listen to me now. Aruhi, listen. Why are you guys running? Why are you guys running? Wait, where's everyone going in the office? Why are you guys all running? Hello? I know you can hear me, Aruhi.
As you guys probably just heard right there, that the scammers panicked, got very scared, and it even sounded like they ran out of the scam call center. 1 second, it sounds like a busy room, and after I confronted them with the CCTV, it almost sounds silent. Since the scammers were directly sitting in this cabin right here, they must have went out through this doorway and then ending up in the hallway on the main view. So who were they getting? Well, our assumption was a higher up who was going to come in and immediately unplug the computers from the outlets. But since I actually put quote-unquote scammer found, the agents got the office manager to come into their cabin and see this whole fiesta.
सीबीआई को कुछ मिला है इनके पूरी टेक्निकल टीम के थ्रू कुछ ना कुछ हो सकता है कर रहे हो देखो हैकर तो आर्मी तक के हेडक्वार्टर को भी हैक कर लेते हैं हमारा ये नेट भले ही कल नया है सब कुछ है नेटवर्क भी अलग है लेकिन अगर उनके पास कोई डिटेल है तो वो कहीं ना कहीं से ना अभी उनके पास देखो करंट का कुछ नहीं मिला अगर तुम्हारे को करना होता है ना करंट का फेंकते हैं फोटो कि भाई करंट चल रहा है करंट में मेरे को भी यही लगा शुरू में है मुझे भी लगा करंट तब मैं हैरान था कि जब मैंने नेट से तार निकाल रखी है तो कैमरा भी घुमा हुआ है तो कैसे हो सकता है कैमरा भी घुमा हुआ है अब ठीक है मान लो कि ये है भी कोई कर भी रहा है हमारा इंटरनेशनल प्रोसेस नहीं है हो सकता है क्रॉस वेरीफाई कर रहा है कैबिन के नंबर तो है ही उसके पास
Why you guys now picking up the microphone? Listen to me, the Delhi police are gonna come to you guys right now. They're coming to the 3rd floor of the Ojas Business Center, to room number 6. You guys know?
Hello?
Hello? Yeah, Chutia, can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you, Chutia. You guys gonna run? Some of the scammers questioning the whole situation makes us believe that not all of them knew what they were doing was a scam, and that same manager of the building actually stating that I could be part of the CBI and was directing the scammers towards the main Austrian scam group who actually got raided by the CBI a couple weeks prior, in which they seized over $150,000 in crypto and over 15,000 euros will be refunded to some of the targeted victims, as well as this German press conference that revealed this raid stopped almost 100% of this sort of crime in Austria, at least for the time being. So I'd like to give a special thank you to Sven from the YouTube channel How to Delete, Neep, Jim Browning, Midnight Scambaits, and of course the CBI/Europol police for actually going into the building. As for these job entry scammers, let's just hope they get a better job next time before defrauding people. What you are looking at right here on the screen is security camera footage from a fraudulent Indian Geek Squad call center. But it wasn't after a full month when I took the access of this machine that we realized that these refund scammers had CCTV. When we first got the initial access, it was pretty obvious that these guys only scammed out of this room. They even have a place to cook and eat like you saw in the intro. Now you must be wondering, what are these camera views and this video that was taken from a cell phone in 2017? Well, since we only had 4 camera views, I will explain slowly how they go from this section to this office in a matter of a minute or two. Now while I haven't watched any of them specifically walk through these front doors, it was pretty apparent that there was multiple entrances and exits. But these guys scam on the 2nd floor of the Global Business Park located in Shandigarh that's needed to be accessed through an escalator or a lift. Now I thought maybe I should call this female scammer and ask for ourselves on where she is working from.
Okay, sorry Ali, I didn't know that. So you said you're from the Geek Squads, but it doesn't sound like you're very from the, it doesn't really sound, are you from like are you outsourced or something? I mean, you just sound a bit like that's okay. Is that who I'm speaking with? What a bitch.
Well, that didn't really tell us much, but what we do know is more companies here are legitimate, like this brewery, Baskin Robbins, and this food theater. But some offices in the Global Business Park did appear to have scammers. Now while it's needless to say, not everyone you see here is a scammer. A good amount of these people are innocent and have no idea about the scams happening in this room. I would even like to call this guy that you saw already somewhat innocent, because all I've seen him do is clean the call center and occasionally change the pee bucket. So my best guess is he's a cleaner of some sort that works for the building, as I have never seen him sit down and man the phone. These innocent people have even left many good reviews about the establishments that are withheld inside of the business park. But there are some people who left notes about data scams, which leads me and the people that I work with to either believe there are more scams in there, or these guys have switched up what they do in the last couple months. Now I'll explain how I put 2 and 2 together and how this hallway leads to this scam office. You will see right here, the scammer walks through this small hallway, ending up in the view of camera 3. If we switch over to camera 4, he will appear on the right hand side by the walkway. If we cut back to camera 3 though, you will see him walk back into the same small hallway and eventually opening the door to camera 1, which shows him walk in on the top right of the screen. All of this meaning these guys are on the left side of the building, most likely never taking this main elevator right here. Another thing that further proves this point is the scammers looking outside of this window, which kind of matches up with the ones you can see in the photo of the exterior of the building. And fun fact about the man that you see by the window, on this day he was actually sitting down earlier and filling out some type of application to join these Global Business Park fraudsters. They might be wondering, why would a scam operation be located in the middle of a global business park and not in some house or something like we've seen in the past? Well, like we mentioned before, there is a portion of legitimate businesses in this building which comes into use for the scammers, just in case one day they get raided, they can point the fingers to the legitimate employees and possibly make themselves look innocent. These idiots even smoke right there in the hallway outside of the scam office. The thing in this video that is quite different from all my other videos though is not the fact that we have access to these scammers' CCTV, but more the fact that we are not going to show much victim saving, as most of the time that we were monitoring them, they would just sit around on their phones not really doing much and occasionally eat together like one big happy family. So thankfully we didn't have to save much people, and once they feel like they've had a pretty productive day of just laying around and doing nothing, they turn off the lights, shut down the PCs, and ultimately going home saying they have work in this building. Now I thought maybe we should give these scammers a taste of their own medicine.
Click on fast, you will get your money fast. Click on fast, You can check in your bank. You will definitely receive the money.
Ma'am, home screen. No, ma'am. Ma'am, you need to go home screen or a main screen. Your main screen, ma'am. Your phone's main screen.
Oh, really? I'm also watching, Imam someone on the computer. I'm watching that.
Like you can see from many videos, these guys will curse, scream, and abuse their victims. Funny enough, I end up telling this female scammer to go get a job. Hey yo, go get a job. Hey, stop scamming. Go get a job. Now, while I wanted to keep it as least attractive as possible, I also played a little game with the scammers and pretended to be a victim while I was naming items that I saw in the call center. Let's start off right here with this girl that you saw earlier.
You received an invoice from her?
Yeah, I did actually, and I have my green duffel bag over here, and other things, but I just want to make sure that I can get this Geek Squad charge sorted, if you know what I'm saying.
Can you provide me the order number, sir?
Yeah, sure. It's G as in giraffe, D as in tango, Y as in Yankee, 87656. Yeah, I'm not sure really why I'm receiving this charge because I've got my teacups and all my other stuff, but yeah, I just want to get this sorted.
Hold the line.
At this point, she pretty much knew that I was messing with her and told me that she would just cancel the order.
Sir, you don't have to worry about it. I cancel the order, okay?
Well, you're a scammer.
Yes, sir. How may I help you?
How's it going, Eric? So I've got a problem over here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm just making sure because I really enjoy, purple stoves and stuff. So listen.
Alright. So can you explain me what's exactly our problem are facing with your computer?
I just want to make sure that I can get everything sorted. I think someone might be somehow in the computer. I'm not sure if you're familiar with people being inside your stuff, but I don't want them to be inside of my computer.
Alright, do not worry. We will provide you complete help.
Sitting in a black chair and I don't want it to get, stolen.
Computer screen.
Well, now I've just got the Google Chrome. I've got my purple water bottle right next to me, so I'm good to go.
Alright. So, you can hang up the call. You will be receive an email, alright?
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, I'll wait for the email. I'll waiting for the
bye-bye.
orange buckets. Okay, bye-bye.
Now, since they didn't even realize I had access to their CCTV, I decided to tell Scambaiter to blast very loud noises into the scammer's ear when they pick up the phone.
Sorry? Yes. Tell me, what's your problem? What was that? Shut the f*** up, you nigga. Asshole!
If you want to see more of that stuff, highly recommend checking out Scambaiter's video on this very exact call center. I also wanted to explain where our compromised machines were at to make it easier for you people at home to understand. The computer in the corner is a machine called PC11 Admin and is usually occupied by this gentleman right here. If we move on slightly to the left, we will meet Best Buy PC, which is mostly manned by this male in the orange shirt. If we head behind that man, we will end up at PC45, which includes most of the running desktops, as some days these three guys would come into the scam office with laptops. But we didn't even stop there when it came to blasting these guys' ears, as Scambaiter decided to let one of the scammers remote to his PC and prepare a jump scare for the scammers to view. Our target is this gentleman who operates PC11 Admin.
Provide me the My Device ID, the numbers 085. Click on Accept.
Funny, right? Well, we also got to witness multiple outrages from the scammers, just like this one.
And you understand, whenever you're hacked, whenever you're using internet, whenever you're online, you are connected to the whole big scary world. And I believe you understand that. So for protecting you from the hackers and everything, we need a security. We cannot do it verbally. You need to get that thing, man. It's up to you. You don't want to buy from us. You don't want to buy from us, ma'am. You can buy it from Amazon. You can buy it from Walmart. I will install it for you, but you will get expensive from Amazon.
As you can see, this victim doesn't even sound interested in falling for this scammer's trap, which makes the scammer slightly angry.
Alright, thank you.
We then watch him pack up his laptop and then rage quit out the building for being unsuccessful with this scam. Well, you might be wondering, who's that man that you just saw rage quit out the building? His name is Mohit Saxena, and he happens to bring his laptop into this office. Not so smart, as there's a bunch of compromised machines in that room, meaning his was next. As we took the access of his laptop, it was quite apparent that Mohit could have been the mastermind behind this operation. His computer alone had a ton of files that were very interesting. He was even dumb enough to turn the computer on in his home, which allowed us to find out where he lives. Approximately 1.15 kilometers or 669 meters away from the business park. Now, as you can tell, we don't really like Mohit, so we are going to put him and his buddies behind the bars. What we did is we involved our fellow Indian Scambaiter friend, How to Delete, because he was able to get in contact with the Punjab police force in order to get these guys arrested, and after a couple of days, the Punjab police force said they were ready. And I said, "Oh my god, okay, it's happening!" We handed them all of the information we had, and they were now sitting outside of the business park waiting for the green light so they can go inside of the building and raid the call center. But Mohit was nowhere to be found. We knew he came in earlier because his laptop is sitting on the glass table. But then suddenly, Mohit appears from the elevator. Now all Sven had to do was tell the officers what Mohit was wearing, and once he was seated, we told him to go in and completely shut this operation down. It starts off with these two guys that walk in from separate doors. You can see a bit of eye contact at 1450. Pay close attention to this male in the blue jeans as he'll become important in a second or two. They then proceeded to get followed by a couple of more officers. Now my best guess is they went straight for the room that holds the power to the building. Now while I can't confirm this is exactly what happened, this is my theory. Remember the male in the blue jeans? Well, he probably told a couple other officers that when he appears on camera view 3, they should unplug the electricity. And this unfortunately meant we couldn't view the police walking into the scam office and confronting Mohit. But what I think is there are around 5 officers behind this man, and they took a beeline left into this hallway, raiding Mohit and his scam agents. Now, while I never thought I'd do this or even have a chance to put scammers in jail, it's safe to say that Mohit won't be scamming in this office anymore. If you're curious in knowing how much money Mohit was making, in the span of 4 months, he scammed people in total out of $100,000. We can even see all the victims he scammed, but thankfully Scambaiter reported all of his accounts like his Seamless Checks account and got them locked, and hopefully put under investigation. Additionally, we got to view a couple articles about the call center being raided, even Hindustan Times naming all of the scammers that were involved in the raid. Quote, the arrested accused are Mohit Saxena, Arshad Verma, Chetan Kumar, and Sahil Sharma. If you want to read the rest, I left the link down in the description below for anybody to look at. Now you might have saw, not all the scammers were in the call center at the time of the raid, meaning some of them are still free, but overall, this was a major success. I would like to give a special thank you to anyone who made it this far, and an even bigger thank you to Sven and the SSP Mohali and cybercrime team of SAS Nagar for helping me with this operation, as well as Recon, Midnight, and Scambaiter for not only helping me raid the call center, but gathering all the information we needed to shut these guys down. If you have seen my last video, you would know that this room is part of a fraudulent Indian call center located in the OJAS Business Center. They started off with pretending to be from the Her Majesty Revenues and Customs, but after being unsuccessful, they have recently switched over to scam people from Germany and Austria. Just to understand, let's listen in to the start of a call coming in from this specific scammer.
Thank you for contacting Federal Police Department. How may I help you? Oh sir, I apologize for that, but we are not authorized to speak in any other language apart from English, sir. I apologize for that. Okay, it is related to your national ID you're talking about. Okay, so first of all, sir, I have to proceed further because I have to provide you all the information so that you can understand. So first of all, sir, can you just help me with your first and last name?
Slightly similar to the HMRC scam and other frauds we have seen in the past, these guys will lie about problems regarding your national insurance number, and the whole scam sort of revolves around this script and social engineering. If you watched part 1 of this 2-part video series, you'll know that this first group of scammers did indeed run a campaign claiming to be from the Her Majesty Revenues and Customs, but after meeting this scam office, we saw a new group of scammers within the same management come in, log onto the computers, and thus start a new day of scamming. Although this new group using a script which is almost identical to the SSA scam, claiming there is a problem with your SSN number and you're required to pay the funds to secure all your accounts. But since we had access to the operation manager's laptop, we knew he wasn't always in the main scam room when monitoring the real-time main report. This gave us a chance to open his webcam and find out where our other compromised machines are located in the call center. From this screenshot, we can tell they are in a different room, and in that room, we can see some recognizable faces on the screen as well. So it was clear this room wasn't covered by the CCTV, but watching people walk around the place, I can get a good sense for the layout of the building. For example, this person walking through one of the hallways and then appearing in the view of camera 13. But most of the security cameras indicated that this was a proper office building, as we do not have any audio in some of these rooms, so we of course do not want to point any fingers and say these people are confirmed scammers. But what do we know about these rooms? Well, to find out, we will need to use the scammer's own internet connectivity against them. Taking a look into the configuration of their network, with that information, Google's API can determine a pretty accurate location. As always, big thanks to Mike, as when I fill these coordinates into Google Earth, it zooms me into this location, and then we simply just draw a circle with a radius of 50 meters, and we pretty much just know where our scammer is. Although we want to find out the exact building, and after further research, we found a company by the name of Sunshine Calling Private Limited. The pictures of this place do indeed match up with what we do see on the cameras. I found out the name of the office space is called the OJAS Business Center. Here we have a rooftop photo overlooking the railway station. And if we take a look into this camera view right here, we can see a train passing by through the window. But as well, if we go back to the photo and match some of the surrounding architecture on Google Street View, we can indeed confirm the OJAS Business Center sits in front of the Shadipur Metro railway station. Reading Google's description, it states that it's located on the 4th floor of the OJAS Business Center above the Kapil Dhaba near Metro Pillar number 231. The review state it's not only a comfortable and relaxing workplace, but also a good working environment all around. People also saying there is good and nice office space in the building as well. But from other photos, it appears that this could be part of a shopping mall, as well we have seen in the past when raiding the Zirakpur Global Business Park. If you have not yet seen us put these group of scammers in jail, I highly recommend checking out the video linked in the description to get a full grasp of that awesome raid that was conducted by the SSP Mohali and cybercrime team of Nagar. But for now, let's move back to these scammers that we are watching on their very own CCTV cameras. So what do all these camera views mean? Well, we have access to multiple offices that have unconfirmed scammers, and most of which look in order and could possibly be legitimate operations. Now, while trying not to disrupt any legitimate call center work, we stumbled across a new room of scammers, not stealing from people in Germany and Austria, but rather stealing from their very own Indian people.
So mention the Bangalore address. So now have you filled your all details in that form?
Yes, that scammer you just heard is not only targeting south of India, but is trying to commit a job scam. I haven't really covered this type of scam before, but now that I have access to these cameras, we can document the whole thing. But this victim in specific wasn't going to get scammed because my friend Sven, who lives in India, sent a message warning her about the whole fraud. Although she herself didn't know what was about to happen.
Okay. So now have you filled your all details in that form?
Yes, the call center lost power, but only for one slight moment, and then I realized that the security cameras were probably connected to a totally different power source in the building, further allowing us to see our scammer's reaction when they lose out on their next potential victim. Yo, she's actually mad, bro. Look, she's looking up into the heavens. Now, this wasn't a direct result of our actions, but we witnessed more hilarious things than their power cutting out randomly. I mentioned in my last video, we viewed these scammers committing fraud under the desks, but we also watched them mindlessly beat each other, have so-called movie nights, scam in the dark, and something that pissed us off was watching them high-five each other after scamming their vulnerable victims. Yes, pretty gross. I decided to show you the main scums of this operation who monitor the agents taking calls on the floor. Here we have the 3 main operation managers in rooms 1 and 2. We even have some wedding photos from the middle operation manager's laptop, and we can even see some other scammers in the photos as well. We also found out this guy's full name, which is Vaibhav Aurora, and since we could see his desktop, we also watched him log into things like WhatsApp. And we can indeed confirm this is Vaibhav Aurora looking at his WhatsApp profile picture icon. And the main room that he usually sits in is on the same floor as the job entry scammers. Here we can see a scammer by the name of Aruhi enter room 6, which we believe to be this room that you see right here. As for the main Austrian room, we found out that it's located right across from room 6, making it call cabinet number 8. Other things we saw on Vaibhav Aurora's computer were of course them trying to scam people. Vaibhav creating text-to-speech IVR messages that sound a little something like this.
Warning, this is National Insurance Administration. This is to inform you that your national insurance number is being indulged into various suspicious and illegal activities. For this, the petition needs to get filed, including your warrant for arrest.
And of course, we had full access to the webcam and audio so we could monitor every one of his moves. But after watching those scammers for a while, we decided to divert our focus back to the job entry scams, as they might be the overall key into taking this call center down. If we listen in to the start of a call, it plays out pretty normally, asking questions about the job recruitment and the location.
Deloitte India or Deloitte US? Which client? because now I share a resume and they are okay with each and everything. So this is the thing that they are interested in your profile. We are no interview you have to give, because you have to increase your package so you can negotiate that, right? And discuss the variables, like it's a permanent profile, work from home option is available on it, shift will be the day shift, payroll will be the company only. Okay, we can give you that things. And we are helping you in your interview process too as well, because I am not a consultant or I am not a mediate like a this thing. I am not a portal person or not a consultant person. I am a recruitment mediator partner of the direct MNC company.
But if we listen closely, they are claiming to be from the perfectjobs.com.
That is named theperfectjobs.com.
And not only do they tell their victims that the same 3 companies are interested in hiring them, but with a simple Google search of theperfectjobs.com, we can easily find their website. Seems all legit, right? Well, the actual website's supposed function doesn't even work, and it itself is totally fake, not even allowing real job searches. It is pretty much a front end for receiving scam payments. Taking a look into their spreadsheets, we can see a list of people who have been scammed this month. More specifically, this one person who lives in Bangalore that paid 83,000 rupees to these guys. How so? Well, they have to pay an entry fee in order to get the job. This is a sure sign you are speaking to a scammer. If you're ever in India looking for a job, remember you're going to get that job to get paid and not the other way around. Another room that was uncovered in the middle of our investigation was one of the groups pretending to be from the Federal Europol Police, so courtesy of this cleaner right here, we will be able to watch more live scams in action.
So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill up the declaration form so that we can cancel up your arrest warrant by sending that to the courthouse. Now please allow me for a moment so that I can talk to your case to my higher authorities. I need to explain them, or I need to request them that yes, you are not a criminal, you are just a victim of an identity theft.
I can hear you properly. Can you hear me? Hello? Are you getting my voice now? देख गाली बकती आवाज आ गई. I'm saying, can you call any of your friend and ask them money? Call your friend. Call any of your friend and ask them that I need money. Give me money, otherwise I will beat you. Just go and sell your car then. Hello? I'm saying go and sell your car. If you will sell your car, you will get money. I will buy you a new one. Just sell this one first.
After hearing gross calls like that one and watching scammers laugh at victims, we decided to gather all the evidence we obtained and potentially send it to the legend Jim Browning, who he can then forward the information to the real Austrian police. And no, he wasn't connected to someone in this office, but rather received a response from the chief inspector, saying they were keen to take the call center down and contact the Delhi police for us. But it's almost as if the scammers knew we contacted the police, as weeks prior before our initial contact, the scammers started to become more and more suspicious that someone was watching them, and the boss of the operation instructed one of the agents to come in and turn the cameras so that our view of the scams would be totally lost. For example, this room where we can see them holding a cloth, and then seconds later the camera is being covered, and after a couple failed attempts, it's briefly turned to the side in a static position. This might have been a result of the scammers watching other call centers being spied onto their CCTV cameras and got paranoid, resulting in them turning their own cameras. We have seen stuff like this in the past of scammers panicking and turning their cameras, and I can indeed say we definitely gave these scammers a little scare. Although, my friend Sven from the YouTube channel How to Delete and our other friend Neep decided to start their travel to the airport in order to book a trip to Delhi and go into the OJAS Business Center.
Wait, what? How is that going to work?
Well, first things first, I got Sven and Neep to go through the back alleyway behind the Kapil Dhaba, as that's where I'll be able to see them on camera view 4. Here we can see Neep and Sven walking by the road, pay close attention to this dog over here, as well as this red motorcycle. If we swap over to Sven's perspective of things, we can see that same dog on the floor grouped together with all the mopeds, as well as the red motorcycle. Then, shortly after, Neep and Sven find the staircase to the main entrance to the scam call center. Here we can see this lady look directly at Neep. And then seconds later, Sven and him are forced to run out of the building before their cover was fully blown. After that, we can see one of the people inside the lobby run out and peek over the staircase guardrail to see who was filming them. Thankfully, no one chased after Sven and Neep, and they were able to leave the call center without a scratch. We also can tell from Neep's footage that he was indeed looking at the lobby of the OJAS Business Center. So I must say, these two guys are very brave, and I really appreciate them going into the building and capturing everything that they did. Of course, if you guys can show them some support, that would be greatly appreciated, as they are both amazing Scambaiters, and all of their links will be in the description below. Now, speaking about the law enforcement and all the evidence that we sent over to them, we were notified by the Austrian police on the 9th of the 28th, 2022 that a raid was conducted on the OJAS Business Center. Now, while we weren't able to watch it directly and haven't confirmed any arrests were actually made, some change that we immediately noticed was of course an emptier building and a drastic decrease in computer activity in the OJAS Business Center. On a regular day, we would have 20 to maybe 30 computers switched on at once, and after we were told the raid was conducted, we saw a max of 2 to 3 computers on every day. Additionally, we got to view 5+ articles about the call center being raided, all of them stating things like the location of the call center. Quote, it's located in the narrow lane to the Shadapur village, and the head mastermind behind the operation was a man named Javier Sharma. The perpetrators impersonated themselves as officers of Interpol and Europol police. We were also told that the police have seized around 30 lakh or $159,000 in multiple crypto wallets. And if we read a bit more from the articles, it actually does say some confirmed arrests were actually made, stating Vijay and Vishal were arrested in a case related to alleged cheating, extortion from foreign nationals, and other offenses that included running illegal call centers. But wait, there was 2 groups of scammers in the OJAS Business Center, one targeting countries like Germany, Austria, and Slovakia, and the other one targeting people in South India. So what happened to these job entry scammers? Well, after the raid was conducted on all the main Austrian rooms, these guys continued scamming, not giving a single damn that their building was just raided. But yeah, I would like to give a big thank you to the Delhi and Austrian police for helping us raid this call center. And of course, after the press released all their articles and videos, we haven't really seen the Austrian scam group come back to the OJAS Business Center to once again rob innocent Austrian people. This is outside footage to a building located in Punjab, India. Now let's show the scammers that are working in this building that I have traced their exact location and see how they react.
My name is Catherine.
Then where are you calling me from? If you don't mind me asking.
We are in Seattle, Washington.
Right now, because like my friend, he actually works somewhere. He works in a building, right? Like, do you recognize this building right here? This one right here? Do you recognize the IT tower in Punjab, Sector 74? These scammers are located in a city called Chandigarh, in the northern part of India. They're working out of this office building in Sector 74, which is a hotspot for scam call centers recently. In this video, I will let these scammers gain remote access to my computer, but I don't plan on paying them any money. Instead, I will show them footage of their exact location. I know you're still there.
Yes, hello.
It's like, are you
I'm here.
Like, why are you scamming people? Like, I know exactly where you're located. I know your name. I know where you live. I know everything about you. So why are you scamming people? A 76-year-old lady just purchased a brand new printer on Amazon. A couple of days later, it arrives on her doorstep. Considering she is 76 years old, she has little to no experience with the installation process of this new printer. So she quits all of the applications on her desktop and opens her internet browser. Then she searches for tech support. She clicks on the first sponsored link, which is advertised by Google. This innocent victim has now landed on a scam webpage. On the website, the victim can see printer setup and installation. Search printer or enter printer model here. Now, anything can be written in this box because these scammers have designed this website to throw up an error message every single time. It reads, "Oops, something went wrong. Autorun.dll file is corrupted. Drivers cannot be downloaded on this system," with the little option on the bottom of that to request additional help. Once you join the support chat, you won't get in contact with anyone from Canon or HP printer support. You will instead reach someone that works in this office right here.
They got you.
This is the computer screen of a scammer that is running the fake printer support campaign. I gained access to the computers and network of this operation when they tried to initiate a remote connection to my laptop via an application by the name of Log Me in Rescue. When they connected to my fake virtual computer, I was able to reverse that connection and gain access to the scammer's machine. From that one computer that I had access to, I was able to laterally move onto more computers that were connected into the same network. And since these scammers aren't using traditional phone systems, but rather use the computers as the phones, this would allow me to tap into any and all fraudulent phone calls made by the scammers.
He said it's connected from the internet because all the security updates for the window expired. Okay, here they are, all expired.
Sir, that's as per the Windows policy because your computer, it's a Dell and it's out of warranty. It's not covered under the warranty anymore. Can you see right there the OLE registrations? If you check the registrations, the warranty package, it's not available. It's out of warranty. Once a computer is out of warranty, there would be a charge.
Right now, the scammer is trying to convince this elderly man that his computer is out of warranty and he needs to make a payment in order to fix it. Thankfully, that victim didn't fall for the scam, but when people do believe the scammer script, they will have to send money either through wire transfers, direct debit payments, or even go to physical stores to purchase gift cards.
You can start driving to the Walmart. I'll wait on the line. Once you reach the parking lot of the Walmart, you let me know. Okay? We will try to secure $1,000 at the Walmart or in your new account. So we will deposit this on a Walmart card and then we'll collect it from the Walmart card, not your debit card directly.
Hello?
Yes, I'm
in the Walmart parking lot.
Alright. Now I will explain you what we will be doing at this Walmart, okay? You will have to look for it yourself, okay? There will be a rack where there will be a variety of cards like gift cards and prepaid cards and everything. So over there you need to look for two choices. One is a Walmart money card or a Walmart gift card. If you find any one of this, you'll have to take two and you need to put 500 on each. On one card you can put up to 500 at the max. Okay? So you'll have to take two cards and you'll have to put 500 on each. You'll have to do this at the teller or at the customer service counter. So I'll wait on the line now.
Okay.
You can go inside, go to find the rack and see if they have any one of the cards which we can use for the procedure. Take two and put 500 on each. I'll wait on the line. When you are done with it, you let me know.
Okay. I'm going in.
Alright, so this victim was about to enter the Walmart, and at this point I tried to call him multiple times, but he just wouldn't answer the phone. Thankfully, I can see and hear everything that's happening on the scammer's end, which allowed me to pinpoint the exact Walmart that this guy was about to walk into. So, I called the Walmart employees so they could interrupt the scam on my behalf. Hello.
Manager's office speaking.
Hi, my name is... I deal with online telephone fraud.
Okay.
And there's someone in the store buying gift cards right now. And he's being scammed. So, I need someone in the store to tell him that he's being scammed because he's buying thousands of dollars worth of gift cards right now.
And how do you know that?
So,
Do you know what register he's going through or anything?
I have no idea. I can tell you the store.
Yeah.
Are you in the store now?
Yeah, I'll go up to the front and take a look and see what's happening.
Please, thank you so much. And just tell him that he's being scammed because he's on the phone with someone that's Indian that's telling him that he needs to get these gift cards. And thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Can I put 500 on?
Yeah, what are you looking for? Okay, what were you looking for it for, though? It's a dinner?
I want to buy a gift card. $500.
Yeah, but where is it going to? Who's it going to? Is your name? Yeah, so I got a call from Frog Hotline. Were you on the call with me from India? Yeah, hang up. You're being scammed. Hang up. What's it for? You're being scammed. Yeah. You want to hang up the call? Yeah, obviously will never ask you to do anything like that. Hang up. You're being scammed.
That's right, buddy. That's right, buddy. Not gonna get your money today, buddy. Not gonna get your money today, buddy. The store manager actually listened to me, and when she took a peek at the self-checkout aisle, she realized this wasn't some sort of prank call, but rather a real scam in progress. Thankfully, the store manager interrupted the scam and told the victim to go back home and turn off the computer. After this, I handed the case over to a certified victim advocate, who then educated the victim on how to prevent this from ever happening again. Even though the scammer had an unsuccessful attempt in stealing those gift cards, he can still make some sort of profit off of this victim. How so? Well, these scammers gather a bunch of personal information and store them on a spreadsheet like this. It has hundreds, if not thousands, of victims' personal information. This document itself contains the types of details that are very suitable towards data brokers. Data brokers sell your information to scammers and anyone else who may want to target you. Anyways, since these scammers are trying to steal thousands of dollars, I will now make it my personal mission to ruin their scam business. This is the front end of the support chat on the scam website that I showed you previously. The victims type in this chat box directly to the scammers. Here we can see the victim talking with someone by the name of Pamela. She is the so-called chat agent. But this is a look into what Pamela is seeing on her computer screen. The person occupying this computer doesn't actually go by the name Pamela, but rather Hitesh. He's working in a group with 20 other individuals running this printer support scam. And his job is to manage the support chat all day. Oh, finally, he clicked on something interesting. Ooh, look at all those phone numbers. K-Info Office Group. Seems to be some type of WhatsApp group chat they're using. Oh, I recognize that logo on the top left. Let's take a look at the other computer I gained access to previously. Yeah, there's the logo on the top left on the CRM page. kinfoitsolutions.com. Hold on, let's put that name onto Google and see what comes up. Hold on. Okay, so it's an Indian company. They have an Indian phone number and address. Ooh, and office photos. We'll take a look at those a bit later. Oh, I just found the company's LinkedIn page. They describe their business as a global web design, web development, and digital marketing company in Mohali, Punjab. The co-founder is Mr. Gurpinder, alongside the director of this operation, Rohit. Now, you must be wondering, how do I know, like, these guys are 100% involved with this scam operation, though, right? Well, if you look over here, previous public data suggests that they registered this company all the way back in 2016. I also found their very own phone numbers on the WhatsApp group chat. So just to confirm these phone numbers actually belong to Rohit and Gurpinder, I'm going to put them into Truecaller's reverse phone lookup tool to see exactly where they trace back to. And what do you know? These phone numbers separately belong to Gurpinder and Rohit. I also found the HR manager's LinkedIn profile as well. Her name is Palak. She made a post around 1 year ago that reads the following. K-Info IT Solutions is looking for a candidate who is suitable for the international process. Here are some of the roles and responsibilities. Quote unquote, do sales and inbound customers for issues ranging with antivirus, Alexa, printers, etc. A quick side note, these scammers not only impersonate Canon printer support, but they also impersonate Amazon Alexa and WebRoot antivirus. The requirements are should have relevant experience of 6 months or fresher can also apply, must be graduated, must have good communication skills, willing to work the night shift, since of course they are scamming people in the USA, which means it would be the nighttime in India. They would of course have to have good knowledge in computer programs, and they also prefer female candidates to apply as well. Some of the so-called benefits are good incentives, 5 days of working, food provided in the office, and a good working environment. Now it's obvious Gurpinder and Rohit are stealing a lot of money. Just look at the photos on their social media pages. You can see they like showing off the scam money by wearing nice clothing and standing next to expensive cars. And really all this did was just spark more questions in my head. But the main question was, if they can afford the fancy clothes and the expensive cars, how much money were they truly stealing from innocent, vulnerable people? Now, if I wanted to follow this money, I would have to pay close attention to the full operational process of this scam call center. And after a couple of weeks of just listening and watching, I would always hear the scammers bring up one specific company name.
Okay, Alexa Security Department. That is Basic Software Solutions.
So I did some research and I found public reviews from people who have previously been scammed by Basic Software Solutions. I was also scammed in the name of Basic Software Solutions. I got a virus message on my computer while surfing the web. I sensed it might be a scam, and I instead Googled for PC support. I was then taken to a fake PC support website. They wouldn't accept my credit card, and the virtual assistant said I would be called by an agent. The agent identified himself as being with Basic Software Solutions. He said the software could not be loaded on my computer, and instead he downloaded a Viper Advanced Security program. I was charged $505 for a lifetime subscription. So the scammers mainly use basic software solutions to receive direct debit payments from victims, which makes me think it's just really a front for the entire scam operation. Now, since elderly people would actually fall for the scam and pay these people money, I was super curious to dig deep into the scammers' finances. But after opening one spreadsheet, I could see that they stole $140,000 in only 1 month. So let's take a general average of $100,000 and do that times 12. We can make a rough estimate that this scam call center is stealing around $1.2 million every single year. It just grosses me out because these scammers will literally take group photos and pictures of birthday celebrations in the very offices that they scam from. Yes, not only were the scammers dumb enough to take these photos in the same offices that are literally involved in cybercrime, but they added on to the stupidity by uploading the photos onto Facebook. After this, I decided to map out the whole structure of the call center. K-Info IT Solutions is the main company registered in India. The two key players and managing directors of this operation are Gurpinder and Rohit, the HR manager, and all of the agents do work for and are employed under K-Info IT Solutions. Basic Software Solutions is the US front of the operation, and that company is owned and ran by Navraj, and its exact location is in Renton, Washington. I know the registered address for Basic Software Solutions, but that's not really any use to us since, like I mentioned before, this address is just a front for the entire scam operation. Unless all the scammers are working out of this house right here. But we all know that isn't the case. I mean, we have literally seen scammers sleeping in the call centers in the past, but we definitely know that this address means absolutely nothing, and the real money-making operation is located in a call center in India. So tracing a scammer's exact location down to the pinpoint coordinates is a lot easier than you would think. But these scammers have made it really easy for me by registering the Indian company, K-Info IT Solutions, under their actual office address. How do I know this is the correct office address though? Well, not only did they list this address on Facebook and Google, but since I have direct access to this scam call center's network and computer systems, it's very simple for me to grab a ton of additional network information from the scammers' computers. These scammers have access to the internet in and outside of the building, and by grabbing the names of all of the wireless networks, as well as their strengths relative to the scammers' computers, I can precisely determine where the scam call center is located. And when I put these coordinates into Google Earth, I get zoomed into this location in Mohali, Punjab. They are 100% located in the IT Tower, Sector 74, Mohali, Punjab. But just to confirm all of my cross-referencing, I decided to send someone physically to the building in India. The plan was for this guy to grab as much footage as possible, gain entry to the building, and finally take the elevator to the 3rd floor where the scam call center is actually operating. But of course, we already blew it because security was so tight that they told my insider that someone from K-Info IT Solutions needs to come down in order for him to be allowed to go up. So my insider had to play it cool and act like he was calling someone. The security at the front desk wasn't buying it though, and at this point I just told my insider to abort the mission and call an Uber immediately before the security at the front desk alerts the scammers. Now this might sound like the scammers have won this time, but little do they know I've been spying on them for many months and I've been gathering a ton of incriminating evidence of their scam operation. And now with all of this information, I think it's now time to show the scammers that I have traced their exact location.
I'm calling from HP support. You need some help, so how can I help you today?
Yeah, I need some help with my printer.
Yeah, sure. How can I help you? So you would like to set up the printer?
Yeah, I've never set up this printer before.
Okay, so on your computer, please open any browser, like Google or the one which you use.
Okay. Yeah, I see my mouse moving. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me. Now
Okay,
it's at Umbrella.
And what was your name again?
My name is Catherine.
Yeah, then where are you calling me from? If you don't mind me asking.
We are in Seattle, Washington.
Right now, because like my friend, he actually works somewhere. He works in a building, right? And in that building, like, do you recognize this building right here? This one right here? Do you recognize the IT tower in Punjab, Sector 74? K-Info IT Solutions. Like, do you recognize these people over here in this office? I know you're still there.
Yes, hello.
It's like, are you
I'm here.
Like, why are you scamming people? Like, I know exactly where you're located. I know your name. I know where you live. I know everything about you. So why are you scamming people? I see your location. Like, this is the building that you're in right now, right? You know, like, do
You recognize the front office, like right here? You see this? Hello?
I cannot.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Hey, you know this office space. You know all these people. So like, it's classical hang up. Yeah.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah. Hi. Am I speaking to Gurpinder? Are you in the IT tower, sector 74 of Punjab, India? He put me on hold. He fucking put me on hold. I wonder if this is him. This probably is him right here, honestly. Like, holy shit. Oh, he hung up.
कितना धीरे बोल भाई.
IT Tower Punjab. Yeah, that's right, buddy. That's right. After this, the scammers completely shut down the internet connection and all of the computers. The fake websites, social media pages, and phone numbers also went down, and the scammers even labeled their own company on Google as temporarily closed. If I could take these guys out temporarily for even a couple of weeks, I hopefully prevent tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars from being stolen. Let's just hope someone from the local police department sees this video and decides to take action. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe before clicking off. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.